So it is midnight, and you guys just left. Speaking with Tupper and the other Thin Bloods, and you said that you were going to attempt to get him some type of better situation because they're at the old busted out motel.
Oh God, that motel. That's right.
Yeah, that one in Fulton.
They were doing that. I was having.
You were having tea with.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're gonna start this off as you're leaving your sire.
I think we were headed back to. Where were we going? Because we were with
Were we
Thomas.
headed to Teeny?
Thomas is going to do what Thomas does, and Thomas has to go do business.
Something, yeah.
Venture business. Numbers. Alcohol.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he's going to run off and do his thing. I believe that you guys actually were on your way back to the community center to discuss things with Nick.
Oh, the homeless shelter.
Yes, you keep calling it a homeless shelter. It's not
community
a homeless
center, yeah.
If Nick is living there, and Nick would be homeless otherwise, then he is a homeless man sheltering.
You are living here.
Yes.
If you were not living here,
Yes,
you would be homeless. This would be a homeless
As the
shelter.
owner of this, as the putative owner of this home, yes, this is a homeless shelter.
It's awesome.
What were we going to talk
Just
to
for the
Nick
sake
about?
of being a dick.
He's awake.
What were we going to talk to Nick about? I don't remember.
Shit, it's been a while. I had trouble remembering what we were doing at all.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know we were also going to talk to about plan go kick in the door and
Plan go kick in the door.
Oh, whose door's getting kicked?
words.
Words.
It's not just me.
No.
It's spreading.
Oh, Lord.
Out in the woods.
Oh, Loretta?
Loretta, thank you.
Yeah, Loretta's little hunting lodge.
Merrick was
With a capital
organizing
hunt.
some of that. Yeah, capital H on the hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, we were going to talk to Nick about something. I'm absolutely drawing a blank what we were talking to him about.
No, ask him when you get there.
I don't know.
The haunting. I don't know if
I know
you much about
you
that.
mentioned the haunting to me, so I'm aware of the
The
haunting.
drugs?
Did it have anything to do with Cherry Moon?
It may have, but I'm trying.
I mean, those seem to be the really active topics in my world, at least.
Yeah, Cherry Moon is definitely the most active topic at the moment.
Oh, that's right. I got a job last session.
Mm-hmm.
And a place to stay.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you're leaving your sire, we'll start with Adrian.
Yeah, since he knows where he's going.
So, as you're leaving your sire, she does talk about being interested in purchasing more of this stuff. Do you at all inform her about the way that you've been entwined into this business?
Actually, wasn't that where I was? Is that car lot?
We were at
I'll inform her that
Trent
I
scratching
might
that.
have
Miles.
a
That's where the
bead
name was.
on
Trent.
being able to get more,
We were at Trent
but I'm
Scratching.
not going to say which direction I'm going to
Okay.
go
Here
with
with
that.
Okay.
Another.
Because
We might have been intending to leave because I remember running my
There's
timer
the
down.
Tupper Avenue, and then there's what's
And I
her
don't
name
remember
from
anything after that
the last
happening.
Yeah, because that's about where we.
That was at
I
the
think
last
that's
drop.
where it called. So we were intending to go somewhere.
What's her name who was at the last
We're
drop?
going.
She was like, I've got a split, I've got a shipment to go pick up.
Brittany. Yeah. Brittany.
So there's a couple avenues I can go with this.
Okay.
I'm just not going to let
Okay.
her know which direction.
She is going to ask you if it's the same price.
that's
I'll inform her that I'm unsure.
Okay. Well, as soon as you know, she would like to know because she does want to continue buying, but the price is a little much. So, after you leave your sire, in the company with her gentleman,
Yeah.
who are you just like increasingly aggravated that he's there?
Jealous?
There's a level of jealousy that you can't even explain. She's always been very motherly to you, but you've also never seen her. You've heard her talk about this guy many, many, many times, but to just see her in his presence is just like... There's so much wooden furniture that you could just break and jab through his chest.
Yeah, but that would ruin the bar.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
She
true.
probably would be mad at you for that,
That's-
too.
It's okay. They rebuild it every week, anyways.
It's not that bar.
It's not
This is the
black.
one in the Benson.
Oh, yeah, no, they're in the Camarilla.
Oh, even better.
But think of the anarch points you would earn. Right there in the heart of the Camarilla Sanctum, wrecking the furniture.
When I do leave, I'm actually going to... Once I get back to my truck, I'm going to call Dr. Price.
Okay. Who's Dr. Price?
What's in it?
Not Price.
It's like, I have one character named Price, and he's not here, and you guys should be happy.
Porter.
Oh! Yay!
I never get out with a P.
Okay, you're calling Dr. Porter.
Like-
Dr.
Yes.
Porter. Okay, the Malkavian Primogen.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Well, he's the only kindred doctor I know.
Make everything
That's true.
better.
That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you called him to do that thing. That's fucking hilarious.
What?
All right.
He's being evasive. I'm scared.
Uh-huh.
As I'm heading to the
Uh-huh.
museum.
So,
Oh, you're
yeah.
heading to the museum. Okay.
All right.
So,
There's a man's voice picks up on the phone. It's Dr. Price's office.
no, I got you, sir.
Oh, God damn! All right, a man's voice picks up on the phone. Dr. Porter's office.
Yes, my name's Adrian Cash. I need to ask Dr. Porter a couple questions if he's available.
One moment, please. A couple seconds later, the exact same voice comes back on the phone. Dr. Porter.
It's Adrian. I've got a question for you. Have you heard this new stuff floating around, Cherry Moon?
Yeah, do you know how to get some?
I may. I want to make sure that's safe for us.
Can we buy in bulk?
I want a notepad and I'm potential clients.
Actually, my sire might be interested also.
I am more concerned of whether or not it is doesn't have anything hidden in it.
Oh, it seems to be fine. It seems completely safe. What have you heard?
I haven't heard anything. I'm just suspicious.
You're going to hear a little bit of a commotion on the phone. Like he's fighting with the receiver. Like somebody else is fighting him for the receiver. And you're going to hear, "The shit's fine!" Hang on. All of a sudden.
That does not make me feel any better.
Does it make you feel worse?
Couple seconds later, your phone is going to ring.
Adrian,
I'm very sorry. This is Dr. Porter. My brother, he's not well. So, what are your concerns?
I
Billy, get back in your room! I'm sorry. I apologize. Family.
I know. Anyways, I have it on decent authority that it's being made by Thin Blood.
Interesting.
And I'm concerned that they might be doing stuff with it, considering everyone else and their mother wants to get their hands on it.
Well, it does seem to bring out feelings to those who drink it. And, I mean, that's what makes it worth the price that it is. But, also, us being able to feed like that is giving a chance for the community itself to recover. But what do you have any suspicions on what you think might actually be inside this stuff?
Nope, because I am not.
Taste is amazing.
I agree. Best whiskey I've had in years.
You've mixed it with whiskey. You can hear the pencil scratching. He's writing something there.
I don't know enough about what Thin Bloods can and can't do.
Well, I mean, they can do some strange things. I will give you that.
Right, and
Completely understandable for you to be nervous.
and if it is a Thin Blood that's brewing up this particular cocktail, I'm a little concerned because
I mean, this could be a chance for them to move up in the ranks, truthfully. So if it is a Thin Blood that you know, you might want to tell them that. The Camarilla would actually be very grateful for their services.
I'll keep that in mind if I do run across the person who's actually making it.
Good.
But I'll take your assurances for what they're worth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm going to continue on to the museum.
You're heading to the museum. Okay.
Yeah. Need to check in on Johnny.
Okay.
I thought Johnny was.
Last I knew, Johnny was still at the museum.
I thought he was staying with Thomas.
Or was he? I don't know.
Because we went from museum to Woods, then to Thomas's.
Oh, it wasn't. Johnny, being at the museum wasn't why I was going to the museum. I actually wanted to talk to his great grandfather.
Oh,
Fun.
track down Wayne, gotcha.
All right, so you'd be re-entering the city tonight after meeting with your sire, who was analyzing Cherry Moon. You've only been out of the city for like, I want to say, probably 2 nights.
Okay.
Like we haven't, like this is actually the second half of last game session, and yeah.
Okay.
So I actually think you've only been out for 1 night.
All right,
so you really haven't missed much.
That's nice.
So your sire has analyzed Cherry Moon.
Just on the kindred equivalent of a drinking binge.
Your sire won't touch the stuff.
Oh.
Like your sire has your sire has tasted it to try to figure it out, run some experiments
Kind
on
of
it.
like what I did, where I just like took like a little bit on the finger. And
Yeah. She's not 100% sure why it's not doing exactly what it should be doing, but this is werewolf blood. This is 100% werewolf blood.
Shit.
Like there's stuff mixed in with it. Sorry, when I say 100% werewolf blood, it's not just werewolf blood. There's a bunch of shit mixed in with this.
You mean to tell me there's werewolves?
Oh, I have neglected my duties.
Thoroughly.
You're a vampire. Are you really going to sit here and think that you're the only thing out there?
Nope.
That's rather
Nope.
human of you.
No. All right. Werewolf blood.
It does seem that way. Werewolf blood is typically incredibly dangerous to drink for us. It sets us off madly. However, I do believe that the process that they've gone through distilling this into whatever it is and whatever it's mixed with, which I'm assuming grenadine, maybe, possibly cough syrup. I'm not really sure, but there are definitely some slightly chemical additives to this, but it doesn't seem to be doing what werewolf blood does to us, which is typically turn us into rage beasts that want nothing but food. This is bringing out more of a spark of memory and feeling. I can understand why a lot are getting addicted to this.
Right. I'm just going to chalk this down as one more thing to avoid.
Yeah, it might be smart.
I'll admit, the bit I tried, it was good, but I don't think it's worth it.
It's interesting the way that it's bonded together, because the flavor does come in full force, which is very strange for us.
The question is, where is somebody getting werewolf blood?
I don't know, but you should probably find out.
That's fucking scary.
Yes, it is. Werewolves are not the easiest things to deal with.
Okay, so who do you think needs this information? I mean,
she looks so conflicted when you ask her that information. Like she's like, who do you tell? Should you tell? Like there's so much.
It was originally wasn't it the guys from the Penny Diners Club that asked us to investigate this to begin with?
That's true, John. He's a sweet kid. You probably tell him.
Anybody else?
I mean, there's always the Ivory Tower authorities.
Might be a good idea.
It might be a good idea to tell the Anarchs.
Where do I find the Anarchs?
There's a club in actually your area, probably about a block and a half away from your shop, called The Last Drop. It's actually a pretty cute little establishment.
Little establishment ran by Anarchs.
If you go in there and ask for a gentleman named Marty, he should be able to point you in the direction. He knows everything also, so you don't have to be shy around him.
Okay.
You'll know him. He's a big flannel-wearing guy with a mustache.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. I think probably the easiest one to get to will probably be the. Was it Jake? I'm sorry. My head's all scrambled tonight.
Everybody is. I called my own NPC by the wrong name several times. So.
All right, I'll stop in at the Penny Diners Club first. I have a feeling the guys in the Ivory Tower is going to be a bunch of assholes going in there to begin with, because they normally are.
Possibly.
But I will try to get a hold of them, and then I'll hit up
Be careful who you tell about that, though. Because
should I just maybe talk to the sheriff, for example, or
you could always talk to Monroth, I guess.
Can I just talk to Monroth?
Possibly.
Can you find him?
I mean, he is a public authority figure. You could always talk to what's his name again?
The biggest thing is trying to discern who's safe to talk to in the Ivory Tower versus who is not.
Agreed.
And
what is his name? I cannot remember whatsoever what his name is. Gore. You can tell Gore.
So do I just go in and ask to speak to Gore?
It's probably at the mansion.
Piddick?
No.
But I was like, which mansion?
No, the Elysium mansion.
Oh.
Vampire Estates.
Okay, I know the Elysium that's...
Did you not go?
I didn't go to the mansion. A mansion?
I dropped you off at the mansion.
Oh, okay.
The one
I
with
thought
all
we
the
did that.
statues.
I'm sorry, it's been like 2 months.
Dude, it's fine.
I'm trying to remember, was it at the hotel? Or?
No,
Okay.
the Anarchs set fire to the hotel. So
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Isn't this the one that they...
It's the old Mithras
Okay.
mansion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Him.
See, the Anarchs didn't set fire to that one. They just crushed the gate in and stole half of everything.
Actually, that was my old character.
Yes, that's the point. The Anarchs did
Most of
that.
the Anarchs don't know that mansion exists.
Anyways. Alright. So.
Or
I
you could
guess
just go tell the Anarchs and let the Camarilla figure it out for themselves.
That's very tempting, too.
But you should definitely tell John. He did hire us.
I will tell John. He'll be my first stop.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
So I'll let you travel. You're coming from Salem,
Okay.
Oregon, not.
Yeah. I kind of figured
We'll
that.
see you in a couple of days. Jeez.
Well, I mean, the idea of a couple of Tremere
It's just
hanging up
south of Portland, it's not
in
that far.
a town called Salem.
Massachusetts is not south of Portland.
Yes, that's true.
Anyways.
All right, so we'll let you travel for a second. I'll get them in because they haven't had a chance to go yet.
Okay.
All right, so Thomas had a gin emergency and had to take off.
Fair.
So,
Where has he dropped us off then? Because
probably back by the museum.
okay, we've been dropped. Yes, that's right. Because
So,
it was kind of on road.
Yeah, he'll drop you guys off by the museum just as Adrian is walking back up to the museum.
We're there trying to figure out sorting out an Uber, I think,
So,
to get us the rest of the way.
I mean, I've got my dirt bike.
It's not here. It's back. It's all the way back in
Put it in the
Fulton.
trunk.
Oh, you stuck the dirt bike in the trunk?
Yeah, unless Thomas objected effectively enough.
no, you can definitely get your dirt bike.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
portable.
Yeah, we could use the dirt bike.
Okay, so as
How
you're
do you fit two on this
reapproaching
thing?
as you're reapproaching the
Duct
museum,
tape.
I'm not.
you're
doing
seeing the
duct tape.
taillights of Thomas's car
Have you ever
go
driven a
off
motorcycle?
as they're like
Couple times?
getting the
Okay,
dirt
then
bike
you're
all
in
set up
charge.
outside.
Oh, you've never ridden a motorcycle. There's currently this discussion going on. You've just got a dirt bike and you've never ridden a motorcycle. You woke up pretty much at exactly that moment as we're looking at a little dirt bike.
Actually, if you would head by the
think
if
so.
you'd head back to the museum around the same time, we could probably just get everybody going at once.
Would that be easier for you?
Yes, always.
Always.
Sure.
I hate splitting the party.
I
We
will
split the party since
a
way from
lot.
Sunday last game.
I will bet a game this one time for the.
I mean,
I
it's
agree.
en route to the.
storyteller.
I
I'm gonna
agree,
say it's
Jada.
en route to the Penny Diners
It
Club.
would
There's
be en route.
traffic.
Okay.
So I guess as you're driving by
Like, oh,
Chinatown, you would see everybody starting to collect, or at least you would see Adrian.
I don't.
Their characters haven't actually met.
Motherfucker!
You would see a bunch of people standing out front of your museum.
Yeah. So the area that should
Yeah.
be your coterie haven is
It's currently got a bunch of people standing in front of it.
One of them's holding a roll of duct tape and has a pensive expression.
in a motorcycle.
And, yes. And is dressed very funny.
There's a couple of very scruffy looking
Well,
people.
I if you're wearing your usual,
I am
getup,
wearing this.
Right. So Mole is at my.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mole is at your haven.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, the
You store one torpid body for some people. It's just never end up.
all kinds of weird stuff starts crawling out of the woodwork.
Well, if I recognize him,
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You two have met.
I will
so.
kind of pull over to
Yeah,
the
you guys
side
met
of the
like
road.
last night at the Penny Diners Club. That's right.
I'll pull over to the side of the road, roll down my window. Can I help you?
Can I have one of your chairs
What do you need it for?
to put on the back of the bike?
Why?
You,
So I don't fall off.
hey, Adrian.
I can get it on there.
I guess.
Thanks. I'll go around to your
Jay.
passenger seat.
What?
You know,
Not Thomas. Not Adrian. Shit,
So
hold on.
that's-
No, my actual memory is fucking with me now.
Sydney.
Sydney. I almost said Kennedy. I'm like, that's not right. That's Kennedy. He's a witch.
Sydney.
Sydney. He's a witch.
Like, what?
Meanwhile, I'm going
What
over to the
kind?
passenger seat. I've gone to the passenger side of your car, opened the door,
Jay, not like the
and
stuff.
started crawling underneath there with a wrench out.
Wait a
No.
minute.
What? One of the back seats? Okay.
Jay,
You're probably not going to be able to do the back seat. That's usually a couch.
This is a bench seat. I can't work with this.
Jay,
Don't-
I'm not
doesn't
good enough
your
on a
bike-
motorcycle to
your-
balance something
your-
taped to it.
Your bike doesn't have a seat?
There's only one on there.
Alright, who needs the ride?
Also, Adrian's here.
I've got.
He's got a pickup truck.
Another seat?
He's got a pickup truck.
Okay. Oh, hey, we can put that in the back.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
bike
waiting
can
for
go-
him to like
Hold on,
start
let me put this
taking the
bolt
bench
back
seat back okay, and put it in
Put
the
the
back
bolt
of the
back
truck.
down. Okay.
Because this is the kind of character that would probably do that.
So, which?
Uh,
What kind?
Don't you mean witch? Witch?
Which? Yeah.
Which? I don't know.
Werewolf,
There's many
werewolf,
many types of witches. I run the occult shop down the road.
The Aspen Pearl.
Mystic Moon.
Would I know that one's kindred owned or?
I don't know she's kindred.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Adrian, what brings you around here? Thomas just dropped us off here. He had some business.
Gin emergency.
Yeah, gin
he
emergency.
that man needs to cut down on the liquor.
Oh, you know Thomas?
Yeah, I know Thomas.
No one will claim him. Nobody's like, yeah, he's in my coder. Nope. He was like, yeah, I know that chuckle fuck.
Poor Thomas. Aware of him.
I'm here to look for Ling. This is.
Right, you mentioned him. The gangrel fella.
What?
Ah!
He's on the roof.
Hi.
Hello.
So. Got a problem.
Okay. What now?
Remember when we went and got your.
That works.
Remember when we went and got Johnny out of the meth den?
Yeah.
Apparently the dealer is miffed that his boys were killed.
Who fucking who?
I would agree, except that he's, well, if you've heard of the stuffed cherry moon, he's the one that is making it.
He's gonna look both ways down the street to make sure there's no traffic, nobody paying attention. There's, as always, a few homeless people sleeping in various places, but nobody seems to be paying attention to anything. And he's gonna jump off the roof at a strangely decelerated rate and will land without a sound.
I've seen that.
Also, I'm going to start paying very close attention to this conversation.
Okay. So, meth head is dealing kindred drugs also. Great. So, where is the reason I should care that he's upset?
Because he wants recompense for the guys that were killed.
And
Just thought I'd let you know.
Long story short, him and his lot.
have we met?
I'm not sure we have directly. Tinia.
Ling shakes your hand. This one?
Well, man. I mean, haven't you seen that Journey to Atlantis movie?
Is Jay introducing himself?
Does not have a wrench in his hand when it comes back.
That's what we're waiting to
That's
see.
good. That's good. Okay. I don't. Again, I still don't understand why this is an issue.
Certain parties are wanting to set him up in a more legitimate method because of this stuff he's making now.
Okay.
But because we were involved with the little raid on his house.
In your domain.
Right. He is wanting recompense either from the person who did the killing or my coder.
I'll happily go over there and kill the rest of them if you tell me where they are.
You can tell that Adrian is seriously considering it.
Tinia is at this point just leaning against his car watching. Well, so you and your crew want to cut a deal with him.
You're trying to cut a deal with.
No, that was Thomas's idea. It wasn't mine. I was just tasked with tracking him down.
And you and Thomas in the same coterie?
Technically, yes. But we're not on the same wavelength.
Now you just found out you had a new coterie.
Okay.
Ling seems to be getting increasingly agitated. Not by what you're saying, just like in general. He's like looking around, smelling at the air. Kind of looks like he's taking a more defensive stance.
If he's doing that,
I'm going to take a
kinda
moment as I reach into the inside pocket of my jacket to...
But since the unseen, not heightened senses.
I do have heightened senses. But as I'm reaching into my jacket to pull out a piece of paper and a pen to write down the address where Tupper was the last we saw.
Roll resolve plus aspects.
Resolve plus aspect. Sure.
I'm gonna roll my shoulders just a little bit to adjust the shoulder harden.
Okay.
Holsters. Writes down Tupper's address, folds the
1,
paper.
2, 3, 4
offers-
successes.
Here's
Oh.
something.
This won't have anything. I'm not directly using a discipline.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah,
There's
something big. Very close by. And it's not very happy.
guys. Something's wrong.
That's 2. And I'm just vanished from the mind's eye. I'm just
Oh, he
Yeah.
just said that's 2.
I'm just gone. Yeah.
Well, he just said that's 2.
As soon as you go, guys, he's like, fuck it. I'm out. He just disappears into the shadows and he's gone.
Sticks the paper back because they have a chance to hand it to it.
There's something big and unhappy around here somewhere. Any kind of sense of direction where it is, or
It feels everywhere. You just felt pain and blood.
would it vibe like anything I've run into before?
I just realized my lure flame rituals are gone.
I know. I don't know where your other copy of that sheet is.
Okay.
I know you have them.
Okay. Not that I really think I'm going to need them today,
Yeah.
but
Would it vibe like anything I've run into before?
Jake bites his finger clear
Couple
through
times.
to the meat
Couple times.
and flicks blood all over the floor.
Okay.
Awaken spirits.
Awaken spirits. What does that do exactly?
Nothing until I tell him to do something.
Okay. But it awakens spirits, right?
Yes.
Sense the unseen.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, there is a sudden. Those with sense the unseen. There is a sudden waviness to the quality of the air, almost as if elements of the city itself have become conscious. The moment his blood hits the ground.
Does that feel would it?
You know, unless they can report back anything, but I don't think they can.
So, a girl in blue jeans and a windbreaker with her hair tied back in a ponytail is gonna round the corner and just look fucking aggravated.
yeah, I think I'm going to go for now. You guys are more than welcome to stay or come or...
Leeches! She's gonna just start walking straight over to you guys.
I'm going to have the sidewalk hold her so that I can bolt with this motorbike.
What do you mean by hold her?
It's kind of like Arms of Aramane,
Okay.
Spirits.
Does she sink into it? Does she just get stuck to it?
Whatever.
Does it come up
hold on.
around her?
Objects made predominantly of natural materials and the land itself will come to life and attack the enemies. The range is 4 meters, actually.
Okay, so no
not
actual
yet.
description of it, so I get to play?
You get to. It says the land itself, so
Okay.
whatever that kind of means.
Okay.
I think I have to use my pools here, charisma and blood sorcery.
Okay.
But I'm just hoping to tar pit so I can make fair escape.
I'm going to go ahead and say that the vines and the brush from the shrubs and stuff like that are just going to start getting in her way and tangling up around her feet and stuff. It's very unnatural looking. But,
Deja vu.
yeah, the sidewalk actually starts to, split open. Not break
Yeah.
apart, but, the segments are starting to, break apart, so she, gets stuck on her feet and stuff like that. She just looks fucking aggravated. Her eyes start glowing yellow, and she's like, fucking stop it, or I swear to God I'm going to shove that bike up
Picks
your
the bike
ass.
up and is booking. Run!
He's booked it.
You just pick up the bike and run?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the range of this?
4 meters.
4 meters? Okay,
meters.
once you're 4 meters away, there's just going to be those of you with Sense the Unseen, this just everything's just going to
It's
go.
kind of like a heat mirage.
Everything's just going to go.
following
Just like all those little spirits and things that you saw gain prominence are just going to go right back to where they were, and that
What?
she's just fucking kicking off shrubs and shit like that. It's like, I will fucking kick his ass. I swear to God.
Just rounded the corner.
Okay. She like visibly looks like she's trying to compose herself. She actually has like she's got this beaded bracelet, and she's just really, really fucking concentrating on it for a second. She's like messing with the beads and stuff like that.
Back from around the corner. Why aren't you running?
Because I'm not leaving my truck.
You should have legged it to the truck then.
I heard somebody talking about Cherry Moon over here.
Yeah, it's the hot new thing.
It's the hot new thing.
That's
The hot new fucking thing. Are you serious?
Only heard about it tonight.
Yeah.
It's the new
Only
thing.
just heard
That's all I
about
know. Why?
I'm looking for somebody named Robbie.
Robbie. Do you have more of a description than that?
Kind of young,
behind the
17,
corner.
18 years old. Fucking werewolf. Just put it that way. I'm looking for a guy named Robbie.
And he's a werewolf.
Yeah, only just. And I swear to God, if anything has fucking happened to him, all you motherfuckers. All of you. Every one of you. Every, including the little motherfucker with the bike. Like, all of you.
I
When
ducked
was
back
the
behind the
last time-
corner, looked around. Or am I being observed?
Around the corner?
Yeah, around the corner. Like, anybody there? Didn't reason. Okay, cool. I'm going to put together my gun, and then I'll be...
It's like going on probably 1 a.m. at this point in
Okay.
time.
Cool.
Yeah.
When and where was the last time you saw him?
Well, I was working on him, trying to get him used to this whole thing, and then he was just gone, and the smell of leeches was fucking everywhere. And now I'm hearing about this Cherry Moon shit, and the spirits are telling me that it's fucking werewolf blood.
What? Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it really is.
Reaches into my pocket. No longer my problem.
What are you handing him? Or what are you handing her?
The address for where Tupper is. No longer my problem.
I can't read it from here. I don't think she's looking at it.
I'd start there.
I have your scent. I want you to understand that.
Okay. If you can't find me here, I'm usually at the Wild West show 3 nights a week. You know which one.
She's going to book it down the road, and by the time she is halfway down the sidewalk, she has turned into a full-on fucking wolf and is just booking it down the street.
Well, fuck.
What did you just give her?
Where Tupper's at.
So you just sicked a werewolf on a bunch of thin bloods.
I wasn't a fan of this guy in the first place.
Dirt bike shield. Gun.
She's gone.
I have no reason to show any loyalty to him.
Unless
And he has already shown that he does not care about anyone's familial relations if they can either provide him money or provide him resources. To
I'm less
do
concerned about that and the fact that you just set a werewolf on a bunch of kindred. Thin blood, sure, but
Not my country. Not my people.
Checking for ears.
we just had a massive riot because people kicked off against the thin bloods.
Someone's gonna roll over in their trash blanket and yell, "Shut the fuck up! We're trying to sleep."
No, wait, I don't have that. Fuck. Or do I? No, I do. Forget.
And
You're just out there. You're just out there playing damage control.
Apparently.
Fucking love it.
Guys, you're being really loud.
was the template we talked to before.
Yeah.
Also, Teeny's already said that we could deal with Tupper how we saw fit.
She might feel a little different about a werewolf getting involved. It's a freaking werewolf. We stay away from them. We definitely don't. That's like handing the hunters in information. You don't do that.
Hold on a second. I want you to think logically for a second. Tupper's producing Cherry Moon.
And you just handed him another one.
He was using a new...
Tony's voice in your head. He caught the first one.
Right?
You're sitting there talking to her. She's like, right?
Someone who's apparently a fresh change.
Cool. They've now had time dealing with keeping a werewolf captive.
One who barely knows
Yeah.
what he is.
That's practice is what that is.
Oh, they have a werewolf right next to Trent's place. You know, there's 2 werewolves next to Trent's place. He's cute. Sorry. It's got to be weird to have the voice in your head kind of attracted to your uncle.
We need to get back down to Fulton. If that werewolf is going to start down there, it might spill over to Trent's, to Miles.
It just got
It's
the job.
right down the road.
It
Exactly.
just got that job.
Not to mention, he's currently he's the number 1 person for travel for us. All of us in the city.
I don't want to fight a
Number 1
werewolf.
for car. Yeah, no one wants to. This is damage control at this stage.
And I'm really hungry.
Yeah. We need to get back over to Fulton.
Drift closer to the guy I just shushed.
Right.
What you taking, bro?
Just, probably not a good
Is
idea.
he going to
take
sleep
more-
really well tonight, or is he going to wake up with a headache?
He's
or
going to
gonna
wake up with a headache.
Okay. How much?
I think that's 2.
2? All right. Do me a favor and roll a die.
Yeah. This is dangerous. 3?
3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's on something.
What is it? Every time we end up in possible combat down by that
Yeah.
particular motel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Let's just find out.
Shh. You already told me that.
so why Fulton?
Because that's where he just sent her. And Trent Scratch and Bent, who is currently providing a good chunk of the cars for the kindred population of the city, and also is one of the best for travel, air travel sort of arrangements for us, is right next door. And if she goes down there to go hunt down some leeches, what are the odds she might find him and some of ours? We need to go now.
I don't know. There's something about
310.
the idea of going
310?
to where a werewolf is.
We're going next door.
All of you shut up.
It's like walking into a building that you know is going to blow up later.
The longer people are dragging their feet, the more I'm going to... Right, okay. Does this thing have pegs? The motorcycle, does it have pegs?
I could get a dowel rod.
Wouldn't work.
Have you drank Cherry Moon?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Did I just drink cherry?
You got your hands on a lot of it.
Yeah.
Subtract you from all physical dice pools, and your difficulty to resist frenzy is decreased by 1.
I had ordered back over to my truck. Hop in and start it up.
Okay.
I'm just sitting there waiting.
You just feel weaker physically and on edge.
Oh, edgy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, your
would've
difficulty
thought
to
that.
resist frenzy is decreased by 1.
Difficulty
In-
reduced.
Oh, is it reduced?
Yeah.
You said reduce?
Yeah.
Meaning he's more or less likely to frenzy.
Based on the description that matches there, I'm less likely.
Okay.
I should feel really kind of nice and floaty and apathetic. Chill.
Well, I guess
Very
that
chill.
actually makes sense considering
Yeah.
I just misread it. Yeah, control. Difficulties to resist or control frenzy decreased by 1.
Yeah.
You see, it's very cool.
Difficulty to resist or control your frenzy decreased by 1. So no, it's harder for you.
Difficulty reduction. Easier.
It says difficulty to resist decreased.
Difficulty decreased.
Ah, god damn it. Why can't you just say increased?
Not, don't.
What is with the
Yes,
double
no.
negatives in that stupid
Ain't, don't.
Okay, fine.
Was we're going to been have done.
It's a little easier for you to control frenzy, yes.
Yeah.
God damn. But your 2 traits down in all physical challenges.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's not really gonna be a problem.
This is probably the most loose he's been in a while.
Yeah.
Pegs. I don't know what. I'm
So
not a
what is
biker
going
guy.
Oh, He's apparently started the truck, but I have no idea where he's thinking of going.
Does this thing have pegs?
I'm getting ready to fire up the dirt bike and have him hang on to the back.
Does it have pegs? Out of
No.
character, I can guess what that means, but no, I don't know what.
It's like your old
Somewhere to
school
stand
BMX.
for the back
yeah,
person?
with pegs on the back
Okay.
wheel so you can put your feet.
There's enough room for 2 people to ride on that bike.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one dot in drive. I figure she's probably driven a motorcycle a few times.
I mean, Colin's probably taken you out.
Exactly. The number of times I've hung out with the Bruja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin himself is a pretty big motorcycle enthusiast.
I'm sorry, as the squishy Tremere of the group, the idea of running toward the werewolf doesn't seem like a good idea.
It's up to you, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to do you a favor by trying to stay with the group.
No, do what you're going to do.
I just don't see my character wanting to run toward.
Dude, I understand.
All right.
Yeah. If I fall off, I'm not gonna die.
I'm just saying she's been gone for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, like that. A lot of this has been out of character. People figuring out what's going on. All right, I'm getting on the dirt bike.
So if we see any cops, you're gonna have to shake them.
Hang on.
Okay, hang on to wow.
Yeah, basically.
You're heading to Fulton?
And Fulton.
I'm gonna follow them, but not.
Okay.
I'm staying within the legal limits.
All right. So the Penny Diners Club.
Okay, well, you're close with the Penny Diners Club, so let's do that before the shit hits the fan. Alright, so you go to the Penny Diners Club, and it is very empty. There's not that many people here right now. John will actually be the one who, meets up with you. Hi.
Hey, you know that thing you asked me to look at?
Mm-hmm.
Guess where we can talk?
He looks around the empty lobby. Yeah, you want more privacy than this?
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if you might have people inside?
Yeah,
or
come on.
booths?
He'll take you to an office. Office is actually decorated very nice.
All right, so I'd say far away from this shit. Have you been told anything about it since I
don't drink anything I can't identify.
It's werewolf blood.
What?
Somebody fucking...
Werewolf blood tastes like cherries?
Yeah, when you add in like cough syrup, according to my sire, cough syrup and what the fuck is that stuff? You add it to like fucking grenadine.
That's all it is?
Essentially. I mean, there's probably some other shit they had to do to it, but
do you know this stuff is going for like $1,000 a vial?
and there's a very pissed off werewolf looking for the person that's producing this shit.
He just touches his nose. Not it.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not an anarch?
I mean, kind of.
I was like, about that?
Close enough. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you my sire's findings and
Okay.
give you a heads up. Stay away from the shit, and
Yeah.
I've been asked to go to the Ivory Tower and submit a report to them too, because somebody should know, and because the last thing you want is a bunch of fucking werewolves angry. And
I mean, I can spread the word, but that's not like it's going to tell anybody not to drink it.
yeah, well,
That
me
might just be
personally,
more reason for them to want to drink it.
Have you ever tasted werewolf?
still though, the idea of a bunch of werewolf packs coming into the city and hunting us all down.
Yeah. Okay.
At least I hope those with common sense will avoid. Otherwise, we'll see Darwinism take place within the city.
Yeah, we're closing for the rest of the night. That's what we're doing.
Speaking of which, that is my next stop. Should be fun.
Where's your next stop?
The Camarilla.
Oh, fun. Have fun with that.
And then the last drop.
Last drop is like right up the road.
Are they closer than that, I guess?
Well, yeah, the mansion's out of town.
Okay, I
Effectively.
guess I'm going to the last
the
drop
sticks.
because of just closeness.
Proximity.
Yeah.
Better people.
All right. Well, good luck
Yeah, like I said, I'm closing down for the night.
for the night.
It's nobody really here anyway, so.
Yeah. All right. You have a good night.
Okay.
And yeah, over to the last drop. I'll let you do your thing with them, but
Okay, so you guys are driving to Fulton. Fun, fictional Fulton.
Yeah.
And and
It's a long way to get there.
well, it's not that far. It's kind of not. That's not that far. So
I'm
land speeds. How fast are you going?
How fast
This
can
is
I get away
nice.
with?
I can't hear anything they're saying because it just goes. Woo.
Because
Not
mostly
many
it's a dirt
police
bike.
come to this part of town.
Like, I'm not sure how good I am on a motorcycle, especially with someone on the back,
you got
Can you
right.
give me a Dex plus drive check?
because I've only got one dot in drive, so. And I'm not very dexterous. Oh gosh, this is all hunger dice I'm rolling.
Yay.
So, like I said, I'm
Do
staying.
you still have all those bottles of Cherry Moon on you?
Oh
Where did you have a chance to put them down?
Where I made them, which was right next to my apartment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
no! So wait, so that's at Trent's
Yeah.
where we're going. Okay,
Yeah.
one success
One success
out of 3.
Out of 3. Do me a favor. We're gonna need a a strength plus survival
Oh no.
from Jay.
From Jay.
Depending on how he does, you might have to roll a drive test. -2.
Oh, shit. Redo. Right. Me? Right. 3.
3 successes? Okay. You are driving. You seem to be doing okay.
Okay.
I think there might be a mix of like this voice in your head that's like, don't lean into your turns, just stay with it. Okay, now hold on to that. Okay, now speed up, slow down here. Tony is fighting for survival in your head.
I said, I didn't know Tony knew how to drive a motorcycle.
He is a brouhaha.
From the 40s. Yes.
You're able to hold on pretty well.
Whee!
You can tell that this is probably within the first 3 times Denny has driven a motorcycle.
Certainly at these speeds.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm following.
Isn't that against some kind of Brujah code not to know how to ride a motorcycle?
That's why I know how to ride. I'm just not very good at it.
While you're driving, actually, and I'm not having you do this at all, but the two of you can go ahead and do a wits and awareness check while you're driving also.
2.
3.
3? Cool. You probably don't really see much that's off. Like, Adrian probably just wouldn't notice anything that's off with this. There are more cops in Fulton than you have ever seen.
Shoot.
Yeah.
With lights going.
No, just patrolling. The areas that aren't supposed to usually be patrolled.
Yeah.
You're also going to get you're going to feel your phone vibrating in your pocket while you're driving.
No way I'm able to pull that out
Okay.
on a motorcycle, because
Okay.
I am.
Do you need me to get your phone?
Check who's calling. That
Dex plus survival.
-2.
-2.
or
If you're trying to reach into a pocket while on heroin,
don't. Actually, if I feel you kind of being wobbly, just hang on.
2 successes. Can I get a Dex plus drive from Adrian as Jay falls off the back of the motorcycle?
Whee! Shoot! Slam on the brakes.
2.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Okay.
Can I shield the phone with my body?
I don't think you got the phone out of the pocket.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay, here's how this is gonna work.
I'm
I show you on the video on my truck.
I need to
right?
reflexive something on the way down.
I'm so glad I did the career thing and avoided the combat.
We haven't gotten to the
We haven't gotten to the combat. This is just getting there. Yeah, that's. Is there anything?
Remember, this is what my truck looks like.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah, it's
gotta.
about to have freaking Jay under it.
Oh, there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
This is a speed bump. You can keep going.
Okay. This is how this is going to work. Let's find out what you're reflexively doing over there.
Hang on.
Are you fortituding or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Cool. I want you to roll a dice to see if you
Yeah, that's
do
what
that.
I'm looking for.
It's a high-low thing. If you get low, you're not activating fortitude.
Subtract the fortitude of the defender. Okay, Defy Bane has language about activating it reflexively, but Toughness doesn't.
Yeah, Defy Bane is
Yeah.
anything for aggravated damage.
Yeah.
You're just getting hit by a car, which is.
It sounds like I'm getting hit by
It's only a truck.
It's only a 3/4 ton pickup, that's all.
I mean, that's superficial, right?
Yeah, it is superficial. That's
It
the
is
funny thing.
superficial. It is superficial.
Okay. You said do a high-low to see.
Do a high-low to see if you activate your fortitude.
That's a 9.
Okay, you do activate your fortitude.
Okay, cool.
Cool. The way
I
this
need
is
to browse
happening.
Yeah.
Okay, I need stamina plus survival -2 from this one, from Jay.
Stamina. Okay,
And
-2.
Adrian is
And
going to
survival.
roll his dex plus drive. Your damage modifier is +5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'm not going any higher than that, even though I should. So it'll be the margin +5 is the damage you do to him as you run him over.
Seems to be a theme with Jay getting hit by cars.
2.
2? What was yours?
1. I
Okay,
rolled my
so-
die and I got a success.
6.
6. Okay. Which soaks off. If I've got toughness, which soaks off, and okay.
So
You hit a speed bump.
I'm now seeing her back.
So do
So
I stick
I
the
slammed
landing
the
on his
brakes.
bumper?
You
or-
saw him hit. Like, you saw him fall off, but you weren't
You
able to
couldn't
stop
throw
him.
Oh, okay. So I went under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like.
yeah.
Okay.
And I lock up the brakes as,
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanya also is
Swaying,
aiming
stand
for
up.
the shoulder.
I'm okay! Oh, that doesn't hurt as much as you'd think it would.
Get in the damn truck!
And just kind of flop over the gate. Whee!
So he's
Round,
in the
see if
back
we
of
got
your...
spotted by anybody.
He's in the back of your truck. Give me a wits and awareness.
I'm looking around too.
5 successes.
Only 2.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're very lucky you didn't get noticed by any of the many cops that are on patrol in the
Yeah.
area right now.
Any cameras or anything. This is a abandoned street corner.
Yeah, you're gonna feel that in the morning.
Pretty sure he's got.
Since we're stopped, I'm gonna look at my phone and see who was calling me.
Your chameleon. Your chameleon's calling you, John. The Toreador.
What's up?
You call him back,
Oh,
or
yeah. I'm calling him back real quick.
Tinia?
Yeah.
That cherry moon stuff. It's werewolf blood.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. Should we tell the cam?
I mean,
I hate to be that guy, but should we tell the cam?
you really want to see a bunch of camis hopped up on werewolf blood?
They already are.
I know, so's half the anarchs. Most of the anarchs.
Like the
Everybody
Toreador, the
is.
Toreador provision left the club because we don't carry it.
Do you think it causes more problems or less to know that it's what it is?
I can see this cherry moon being considered a delicacy if they find out that there's werewolf blood in it. They might pay more than $1,000 a vial for it.
There's a tapping at your back window.
At the moment,
Have you got any tunes?
well, considering it's probably going to be in short supply fairly quickly, considering there's an angry werewolf of 3 people making it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, I've got to go.
Okay.
Use your best judgment.
Yeah. He still has a massive crush on you right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
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 Unfortunately,
Hunger dice.
Hunger Dice
Hunger
does
Dice.
more than just cause you to be angry.
It makes you vampire-y.
Right. Starting up down the road again.
Okay.
I'm following. He asked me if I had any tunes, so I'm going to turn the radio onto classic rock.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay in the bed and look at the stars.
Okay.
A little bit of Meatloaf's Bad Out of Hell.
Hell yeah.
Now I am a wizard.
He's the wizard.
Okay. So are approaching where Trent is.
Okay.
Okay.
Slowing down, coming in on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm heading for Trent's.
Okay.
And I'm definitely coming in the opposite way from where you have to pass by the...
Well, it's past Trent's anyway,
okay.
so yeah, you're fine. Okay, so you guys are heading towards Trent's.
I said keeping an eye out for anything happening.
Okay. What kind of stuff would you be looking for? Like, you have sensed the unseen and stuff, so...
Commotion.
Screaming werewolves.
Yeah. No, I'd class that under commotion.
Howling.
Cops
Buildings
moving
on
around.
fire. Shreds of bodies.
I'm going to give you an eerie feeling.
Those two.
That's what I'm going to give you.
Okay.
There is definitely an eerie feeling about this place right now.
Okay.
Oh my god, I feel it. He's so loud.
Get out of the cars coming to the stop.
I said, I'm moving along fairly
Oh, you're
slow.
you're coasting. Okay.
Cruising it.
Okay. So just
So I said, because we're not to Trent's yet, but we're very much so entering into danger zone.
Is that on?
Highway to the danger
That's
zone.
classic rock, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we
It's
transition
80s.
from
It
bats
counts.
from
I see
meatloaf
a
to
bad
that.
moon rising. Also,
Yeah, Kenny Loggins porting to doom.
I'll poke my head up.
For every big LARP event, that song would come on.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed just randomly on the radio, and every time my buddy would go, so and so, and so-and-so's character's gonna die.
Oh, nice.
Cursed.
He would usually get 1 out of 3 right. So we took to calling it the Kenny Loggins Portent of Doom. So that was actually pretty good odds because we were the crazy people getting every fight we could, and it was a really easy system to get killed in.
Okay.
So
All right.
eerie feeling.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna activate fortitude.
I think you're a little late for that.
No, the other fortitude.
How close am I to Trent's scratch?
I said you're approaching Trent's, yeah. You can get in there.
Okay, yeah, I'm pulling up. Like I said, I'm not. It's quiet.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be. You can see the motel
Yeah.
down the road.
How's my gun?
I mean, with what it's made out of, it's probably fine. Might be a little scuffed up, but
It already looked scuffed.
yeah.
This wasn't the nice one.
Okay, it's quiet at Trent's.
I mean, aside from the fact that he's still blaring
Oh,
cake,
he's
like, you want
fair.
to turn cake?
Oh, no, it's just more of a case of you said eerie feeling. I don't know.
No,
what.
there's an eerie feeling around the area, but like, yeah, let's just say there's, I don't know, Sheep Go to Heaven, Goats Go to Hell is playing.
Okay.
Okay, but he's still working in the garage.
Yes.
Cool.
He seems still really amped up, working kind of manic.
Yeah.
You said the music is blaring.
Oh yeah,
It keeps
it's
it
loud.
high. Okay. Out Bruma, yeah.
Dismount.
Okay.
Miles.
He's working. He's not even paying attention.
Everything been quiet around here tonight?
Just realized you're there. He turns around. Didn't you guys just leave?
Yeah.
Hey, Miles.
He's on drugs. Alright.
Might be trouble headed for the motel. Just want to make sure it didn't spill
Kind of
over.
trouble.
Big, mean, and fuzzy.
Alright, get in. You guys enter the garage?
Yeah, I'm gonna either get in or okay.
I'm kind of curious. Is there, aside from the hotel, which is what, 2 stories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 stories?
Yeah, the
it's
motel.
it's a 2-story
Yeah.
motel.
Oh, is there a similar height building this way,
Like past it? Or closer to Trent's?
closer to Trent's?
Trent's building is actually pretty close to that height. Because it's a 2-story building as well.
So I'm opening my toolbox.
Okay.
I'm pulling my the leather rifle scabbard
Okay.
out the back.
He's getting on the roof.
I'm going up to the roof.
Okay.
You see Adrian pull out shells that are about yay long, yay big around.
Hey, Trent.
So,
Do you have any, like, silver?
yeah, when you guys are inside, if you're not coming inside right away, I'm shutting that door. Okay.
How do I get to the roof?
He just pulls the thing down. He's not even going to answer that question. And he's going to smack a big red button that's on the inside, and it almost looks like chainmail, but it's on a track of silver links come down and
it
cover
was ridiculous.
all of the inside of the doors and drop down in front of all the windows.
Dang.
Yeah, that's not fucking happening again. Anyway, so
Is this a story I haven't heard?
I'd like to talk about it.
Understandable. Like,
Alright, so you're
I've
going up.
dealt with enough
It's-
werewolves.
It's actually
Blast
not
me.
hard. There's a ladder that goes from the ground floor on the side. It's not hard to see, especially because there's like a porch light kind of thing above it. This sickly yellow sodium lamp kind of thing that's right above the thing. And it's one of those caged in ladders all the way up to the top, and it will take you right up to the roof.
Go up to the roof.
Okay. There's a shit ton of shells up there. A whole bunch of bullet casings all over this roof.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna go to the side
Some
closest.
really, really messed up, like, martial arts dummies that have seen better days.
Go over to the side, close to that hotel. Open the rifle scabbard. I'm not pulling it out just yet,
Okay.
but I'm keeping an eye on what's going on over there.
Okay. Give me a wits and awareness.
That's cool. But I meant like 45.
2. Yeah, you're not going to really notice much of what's going on. Okay, so inside. Yeah, so Trent hits that and just just shuts everything down. And he starts running around with a red, dirty rag and starts just any reflective surface. He just starts rubbing oil all over it and smudging the hell out of it. They come through mirrors.
What?
Anything reflective.
That's cool and all, but like, I meant like in 45 caliber.
You don't shoot them. That's how you piss them off.
I thought a silver bullet killed a werewolf.
Yeah, I'm sure enough of them would, but I don't have a Gatling cannon for each one right now.
We need one of those.
We need one of those.
I'm posting up by the window where I can see.
You
If
can
there's a
barely
window.
see anything, just because it's like just tight knit like chain that's fallen in front of all the windows. Okay. Werewolves?
Right, so you know this cherry moon that everybody's been on about?
Yeah.
The moon is a little bit literal.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that stuff drove you nuts.
I glanced at the pile of vials he had.
Yeah. Yeah, the stuff is supposed to make you angry if it's werewolf blood. Like, that stuff doesn't make me angry.
I don't know what they've mixed it with, but... Look, we had a very, very ticked off werewolf come and talk with us. She thankfully was in the talking phase instead of just kill any vampire she can find phase.
It depends on which ones you run into.
Clearly, as I've yet to have one try and rip my head off, but I've been terrified every time. Apparently, one of their new kids disappeared on them. Got grabbed.
So we kidnapped a werewolf.
That's what she told us.
And they're using it in the Cherry Moon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Guy who's been making it points at the motel.
Everybody's gonna hear a howl. And you are going to see that girl come out of the tall grass from like around, but then she's got like 4 other people who are coming out also at different angles, like surrounding this place.
I'm just sitting back there watching.
Okay.
Yeah. We instinctively kind of step aside, away from the window.
Are they human in shape, or are they the 4 that are coming out?
You see 5 humans
Okay.
walking towards the thing. You could swear where they were, you didn't see them before.
That's fine. I'm fixing pertinent details about each one in my mind,
Okay.
because when combat's when they start fighting in a minute, I might take pot shots at some of Tupper's crew if they show up outside. I want to make sure that I don't hit the werewolves.
Understood.
They probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to appreciate much.
Yeah, there are several howls.
Oh, this sucks.
What is everybody going to do right now?
I'm active. I'm going to make sure fortitude is up.
Miles is ready to hunker down.
Yeah, I'm in very much so in. That is an over there problem, and I am not getting involved unless it becomes an in here problem.
Okay. What about Jay?
Can I sit on the floor against something and mope? Because that seems about right.
You are 100% able to mope. No dice roll
I'm
needed.
going right with that.
So this will be around the same time that you're arriving at the last drop.
Yep.
So Sydney would be arriving at the last drop right now. What are you doing?
I'm going in. I'm looking for a person that matches about the description. That,
Okay. All right. So you walk in, and there's like Metallica playing on the jukebox. It's approaching 2 a.m. So like, there's not that many people in here. It's still open, but not as busy as it could be. Most of the party seems to be towards the back of the bar, where there's like a set of double doors, but they're open.
Okay.
There's a woman who has obviously had her share, probably a couple other people's share of drinks, who is sensually dancing with the jukebox to a song that is not playing. But
I'm not going to judge. I'm not.
she is just fucking enjoying the shit out of this music and not dancing to it appropriately. She's not doing anything wrong. She's not like humping
She's
the jukebox
dancing to
or
the
anything.
wrong tune.
She's like slow dancing to Metallica. There's a couple guys playing darts off in the corner, and there's a guy who's doing his like last minute cleanup behind the bar. Flannel shirt, sleeves rolled up, mustache. It's Ron Swanson. That's who Marty is. I'm using Nick Offerman as that.
His avatar.
All right. And my sire just told me to address him as Marty.
She said ask for Marty, and she gave him that description.
All right. Heading over to the bar.
Help you out?
Are you Marty?
Man?
Can I talk to you for a minute? I was sent by giving you my sire's name.
Alright. He'll take you over to the corner of the bar. He's not even taking you out of the room or anything.
I figure it's a loud bar, loud music.
Yeah. What's up?
She's asked me to give you guys a heads up about that cherry moon stuff that's going around.
Mm-hmm.
It's werewolf blood.
There's a face.
There is a look of like, fuck.
And as a personal heads up, there's a really pissed off werewolf that just said that one of their kids got kidnapped, and she's looking for the fucker that's producing these.
Colin! looks over his shoulder and yells the name Colin. And this guy rushes around the corner looking like he's gonna rip somebody in half for a second. Like seriously, he looks like he's ready to fucking kill somebody. Like, you don't know if he noticed or not, but he popped into this area where there's humans all over the place.
I got the expression of "please don't kill the messenger."
He pops out with like bestial, like ready for a bestial fight. He like pops around the corner. His eyes are like bloodshot and huge. His fucking fangs are out, and then like he notices like there's nothing happening, and they just slowly retract.
Don't kill the messenger.
It's like you got to hear this, boss. So, who's this?
Name's Sydney. I'm going to give you... I forget out of character my sire's name. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
don't have the book out here to correct you.
I'm her child.
Oh, yeah. How's she doing? She still hobnobbing with the ivory tower?
Only as much as she needs to.
Yeah. So what's up?
She asked me to give you guys a warning. That cherry moon stuff that's floating around, it's werewolf blood.
Oh, that makes sense.
And as a personal warning, I met up with a really pissed off werewolf tonight that said one of her kids was kidnapped, and they're looking out for the fucker that made this stuff. And they're definitely on the warpath. And she basically said that if she don't find the person that makes this, they're going to come back in.
When you say on the warpath, Marty hops the counter like fucking just like hand on it, hops it. Closing time. It starts like ushering people out on the street.
She's
Martha, I'll call you a cab.
She said that if they can't find the person that made this, they're going to start purging all the kindred of the city.
Yes. Okay.
They wanted to find their kid. Well, wish me luck. My next stop is the almighty ivory tower. Ugh.
Billy.
Oh.
This kid, this guy comes out. He's not really a kid. He looks like he's maybe like in his late 20s, early 30s. He pops around the corner and give me a intelligence and insight roll. See if you can notice him.
Where's...
Actually, it's probably a wits and insight.
If it's memory...
It's probably wits and insight for this situation.
2 successes.
He looks vaguely familiar.
Okay.
That's really all I can give you. It just looks vaguely familiar. Do you want to do that? Because Billy can get a message to his brother.
Dude, if you can get a message faster than I can get through to them, by all means.
Almost instantly, I guarantee it.
Okay.
All right.
It's hard enough just to go in that place without
sucks.
Yeah.
Place sucks. Place sucks. It smells like Fabuloso. Place sucks. Blood and Fabuloso. That's what that place smells like.
I would almost say like Axe deodorant, and not even like.
That's just Clan Venture. They all smell like Axe. All of them. They all smell like Axe body spray.
The older ones are like Brute.
Every time I walk into that place, I hear the Old Spice whistle. Like, place sucks. Fucking hate that place.
Yeah, but you guys can send a message faster than I can. By all means, good on you.
All
I
right.
don't really want to go there to begin with.
Cool. He turns around and starts to walk away, and Colin's like, Billy, the message. Oh, yeah, I need the message.
Okay. Cherry Moon is werewolf blood. And there is a pack of really pissed off werewolves looking for their kidnapped child.
He just reaches in his pocket, pulls out his phone, and starts dialing.
That has said they are going to rid the city of vampires
Phone in
if
his
they
other
don't
pocket
find.
phone in his other pocket starts ringing. I'll call my brother.
Okay.
He just walks out.
Okay. Right.
You swear to God, as the door opens and he's walking out, you hear William Porter here.
God damn it. Who the fuck did I just talk to?
Billy Porter.
Billy Porter.
He's
Okay.
gonna call his brother William.
Okay.
Porter.
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 You know, Yolanda Porter's son.
I haven't met Yolanda.
Chrissy's old man.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Porter's the Anarch. William Porter's the
Yeah. It's Cam Primogen.
Cam.
Okay.
Yeah. Billy runs around with Colin and company.
You got the best fuck you look on your face right now. You're just like, God damn it.
That is pretty much the character's expression.
Alright. So what else do you do?
Yeah, if he seems to get the message.
Pretty sure the Primogen got the message right then.
Yeah. Well,
See this guy walking down the street with two phones having a conversation.
Yelling at himself.
Get home and get in your room. Fuck you. Oh, nobody messes with that guy.
okay. Well, that made for an interesting night.
Colin's just like, they will get the message. William is incredibly serious about his job.
Okay. I don't know how much it's related, but a group of your guys went over to Fulton to warn the person that takes care of your traveling.
Fuck Tinia.
Oh, yeah.
You did hear Tinia introduce herself to Lane.
That fucker that looks like the mole man from
Jay.
Jay.
Okay.
And one other person.
Adrian looks like he stepped out of.
Off the set of Tombstone.
Yeah.
Okay, so some Wild
So
West.
Tinia, Jay, and a cowboy.
Some Wild West looking motherfucker.
Yeah, he's been hanging around lately.
He said he was part of my. Said he was part of the Tom's coterie.
Oh, are you part of the? Are you part of the Old Town Coterie?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it really must bite you guys' asses that we're here.
I don't really give a shit.
Oh, why are you doing this?
Because my sire asked me to.
No. Like, if you don't give a shit, why are you hamming it up?
Like I said.
Because your sire asked you to?
Pretty much.
Okay, well, just keep in mind, there are options.
Well, my sire has very much spoke about other options too. And I guess she's kind of leaning on the fence at this point between what she wants to do. I guess it goes down to whether she or this other fucker becomes Primogen.
Gore is Primogen.
Gore is Primogen?
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's probably going to be seeing you guys soon.
Awesome.
She really doesn't like him.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
All right.
First of all, he's a Tremere.
So back at the garage.
Not even Tremere like other Tremere.
Back at the garage. I need to see if you notice something. So yet again, wits and awareness while you're on the roof.
And I'm pulling out shells for the rifle out of my pocket.
Okay.
And lining them up on the...
I see 3.
So I had 2 6s, a 10, 7, and now the 8.
Why'd you
Why'd you
re-roll?
re-roll?
I'm using.
Yeah, we don't. There's
no exploding.
Okay.
There's no 10 again roll. So how many successes was that?
4?
4 successes. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna notice
It
this
took me a while to get used to that too.
as they are approaching. Yeah, in this system, when you get 2 10s, it counts as 4 successes. So
Okay.
yeah, it doubles if you get that.
To re-roll stuff, you have to have.
You have to burn willpower.
Things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so as they're approaching, you notice that they all gain a little mass. They don't like go all crazy, like it's not like the Howling or anything like that, but like they seem to put on probably about 6 inches or so as they're approaching.
So you know that scene from Quigley Down Under where Rigman's character goes, "Here, let's do this. Shoot this bucket out there." And, he's fiddling with his sights on his rifle.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing. While
you're
I'm
just
flying.
prepping your sight. Okay.
Yeah, that looks to be about 100 yards.
All right, you're taking your time to prep for a shot. I'll go ahead and I'll give you a +1 to your, like, when you actually shoot, since you're taking time to, like, seriously aim and stuff. How about you guys? It's you two and Miles in that garage.
Are there any others of ours in the area?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. We don't really, like, keep tabs, you know? I don't know. Should we do something? Or we just let them be?
Like, I'm seeing why I can see through the mesh.
You can now start to see forms making their way towards
It looks like
multiple.
there's 4 or 5 of them out there.
Wolves?
People. Definitely converging on the motel. Like,
Dude, we can't deal with 4 or 5. We can't deal with 1.
one is terrible. Yeah, no, that's... They're going to shred that bunch of thin bloods. They have taken up residence in that motel. There's not a lot we can do to stop that, even if we wanted to. Because if they really have kidnapped a werewolf,
Okay. So, out of character real quick. Are you guys just going to sit this out?
I
just
don't really
need to
see a
know.
reason to get
I just need
involved.
to-
And
I
yeah,
just-
there's freaking 5 werewolves. I'm sitting this one out until things go sideways.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm just if Tupper or one of his happened to show that
Yeah.
where I could get a decent shot, I might take a shot.
One of them, as they're approaching, the girl walks up, and at this point she's like about the same height as the door. She might have to, and she was not that tall. She knocks on the door, and then you really can't make out what's going on because you're really kind of far away and it's an odd angle, but like you can assume somebody opened the door because you see her arm fly forward as if she's stopping something, and then one of the other ones that's next to her is kind of like getting down on all fours and turns into this massive monstrosity and right through the window. And then there's screaming and there's gunshots. And I don't know what else to say. They just converge and there's a lot of gunshots. You start hearing
chaos
jump up
happens.
You
and
start
jump
hearing
out the window.
sirens in the distance because the police are now on their way because they hear the gunshots.
So I'm going to set the rifle down where it's leaned up against the edge of the rail, but not visible from the street.
Okay.
And I'm going to move back just a little bit, so I'm not immediately visible
Yeah.
from the street level.
Basically, you just hear a lot of gunfire. You see a lot of flashing lights from the muzzles through the windows, and someone may get thrown through a window.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what I can see. Like I say, watching. And like,
I'm pretty much sure
Yeah.
this is just the end of Tupper and his crew.
probably, yeah.
They're going to be. It's probably going to go on for about a minute or two, and then as you can see the flashing lights, like you'd be able to see the flashing lights of the sirens coming down, you are all going to hear another round of howls, and then silence.
Police evidence. Vampires.
They're currently over there.
The cops are already there.
No,
Oh, not yet.
no.
Okay.
You can see the flashing lights. You guys can hear sirens in the distance.
Gasoline.
Yeah. Gasoline bottle rag.
We got some. Yeah. He
Quickly putting together.
Miles just starts throwing together these makeshift and
Yeah, like quickly put together a
yeah,
Molotov.
Molotovs.
Grab can. Knock knock at the exterior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't remember if I had gotten Monroff's number before or not.
I don't think anybody's got Monroff's number.
I mean, you have your sire's number.
Yeah, we are grabbing Molotovs and gasoline and going to do a
I
little
just
bit of
grabbed a
arson.
gas can and ran.
Okay. Well, Miles will hit that button again, and everything will start retracting. The silver chainmail goes
Fantastic.
Yep.
up. He starts to lift the door, and yeah, we can see the red and blue flashing.
Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is happening at speed.
Yeah, Miles is gonna celerity his ass over there and just start spreading gasoline
Y'all
like all over the place.
Like I said, there is about to be a lit Molotov going through the window the werewolf broke.
Yeah. Well, Miles ran off. What's your celerity compared to Miles?
Probably not as good. I've got 3 dots and fleetness.
Okay. Well, yeah, Miles is gonna
Like
get in
everything
front of you,
fleetness.
and he's running in.
Okay, it's not going through the window yet then.
He's gonna come back out and be like, "Yeah, light the place up. It's a fucking horror show in there."
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna take a gas can and just lob it in so that like it hits something and just pops and just gas goes everywhere. Fire's gonna catch down. Pretty sure we're done with that motel.
I think that-
probably not going to be a.
It was burned out already. Now it's burned down.
Yeah.
So I was about to dial my sire, like,
Woof happens.
well, I don't think
And
that's
zipping
gonna
back to the
put the phone away.
and zipping back to the garage before the lights round the corner.
The lights are going to effectively be like right on us. Miles will show you a way through a fence that's got an open spot that we can get through.
And then I arrive at the.
The only one without celerity involved in
There's already
in
fire.
arson.
There's already fire. You can definitely participate.
I'm gonna put this fire on fire then.
This fire. I'm going to put this with the rest of the fire.
I'll turn around and just kind of shuffle back towards the garage.
Oh.
Come on.
You're gonna catch back up, and Miles is like, "We need to teach you some celerity, buddy." And he's gonna give you a little playful punch in the arm. What are you on?
Huh?
What are you on? Drugs. What's in you?
Oh,
Like
homeless guy.
Homeless guy.
homeless guy. Oh, you're on random. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Not
Mama.
walk into glass. I'm the only
Please don't
one.
break any glass.
Or the dog.
Oh, okay.
Or any glass dogs. I don't know.
Yeah.
How'd you not get that?
I don't have a sense of humor unless I'm prepared for it. We've had this conversation many times. People talk to me and tell me jokes, and I don't get them.
Stop trying to die.
Legit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Miles will give you a little playful punch on the arm and go, "We need to teach you some celerity, buddy."
We're now stood in front of the garage, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We're standing outside. There's gravel like on the ground outside. The cops are just whipping by us.
We're kind of out here rubbernecking going, wow, that's a lot of fire and cops. Gunfire.
That's a lot of cops.
Yeah, there was a lot on our way in, like just patrolling.
The mayor's doing some like weird crime crackdown thing.
Is he? I don't know. Is it on the news? Specifics? What?
You talked about it earlier, yeah.
I was a little busy earlier. What sort of crime crackdown?
Like in general, he's sending. He's making sure cops go into places they don't typically go, and yeah, he's pushing it.
Interesting.
He's increasing the budget for the cops, like all of it.
I finally make my way down the ladder with my rifle packed up.
Yeah, there's just a pillar of smoke off in the distance.
That was actually kind of impressive to watch.
What happened?
One of the most beautiful breaches I've ever seen. That was a work of art. It really was.
What did they do?
We just.
So
we heard the
I
screaming,
thought
the
we took
gunfire,
care
and
of
all
it.
So
that.
I don't know what happened once they moved inside. Little girl was not so little anymore. Knocked on the door. Someone answered. She pushed the door open. One of the others went from
They didn't even have a chance.
No.
went from 2 legs here to bristly bottle brush and went through the window.
Oh, he went mean. Ugh, yeah, I know exactly what happened next.
That was one of the most beautiful breaches I've ever seen. And I've participated in quite a few.
Breaches.
Rapid entry into a closed room.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I hear breach thrown around so often. It always means the masquerade is broken in some fashion.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Combat vet. That
I thought you were just the sharpshooter team.
he still had to do some stuff. Hence the short tour over in Iraq with Nick.
Fair.
Okay. So how many kindred were over there? Do we know?
There were at least Tupper had 4 with him.
Yeah.
There were at least 5 when we were over there earlier. All thin bloods, pretty sure.
All right. Well, somebody should probably tell Teeny. So
I'll
And-
take care of that.
okay.
Walking over to my truck, my toolbox, got the phone.
Are you calling Teeny? Oh, she gave out business cards.
Yeah, that's right, she did.
That's right. Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Like, you tell her, and she's just like, that's kind of the shit that happens when you do that stupid shit. Like, Like,
When you fuck with werewolves, you're going to get fucking killed.
So, I know you said you didn't care if we handled the Topper.
sounds like it's handled.
It's been handled.
Are we gonna be dealing with anything about that?
I don't believe so currently.
If that changes, will you tell me?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much.
I'll keep you in the loop.
Thank you.
You went inside. Could you tell how many were in there? Or was it just too much of a...
There was...
Adding fractions.
There were a few people. I couldn't tell you numbers. I can tell you that there were a couple of genders present. And it looks like they had something chained to a bed at one point. Really small chains, really flimsy chains.
Huh.
But they had something. And it looked like they were... Like, it looked like they had a setup where they were, like, pumping something into a person and then draining it out of them. Like, it was a very weird setup in there. It's like, I don't know, it's almost Frankenstein-like creepy.
I knew the vibe was off. I don't know how we'd confirm whether or not the werewolves got their kid,
I mean,
got their boy back. If he was there at the time, the worst case scenario is not everybody was there and they moved him.
true.
Which means there's a pack of angry werewolves still trying to track down their person.
They would have torn the building apart.
They minced everybody there already.
No, they would have torn the building apart. Wouldn't they have pissed off werewolves?
You saw what happened. Did you see anybody leave?
No, I did not. At least not out the door.
They weren't in there when I walked in.
If they had gone in there and not got the kid, they would have been immensely pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little afraid if that's what it looked like in there when they weren't immensely pissed off.
And they would have come to kill you by now.
If they knew where he was.
She said she could smell him.
She said she had my scent. But wind was blowing in the wrong direction. I was at least 250 feet away. So,
Well, okay, fine. But if they kill you before morning, they didn't find the kid.
We're gonna see if I have anything that can give me ideas of things to help with this situation.
I mean, I don't know what is left of this situation.
Yeah, me neither. That's the problem.
There's going to be, if you're still at the last drop, there's a news report that everybody's
news.
like, the only kindred are left in this bar right now. And there's a news report on the TV that's like vaulted up above the bar. There's a helicopter going by now. There's a fire team. There's police everywhere. The motel, the old abandoned motel in Fulton is like burning to the ground.
Yeah.
They're saying that it was a meth lab that went up.
Because the gas main underneath it burst.
And then they turn it into and this is why Mayor Richard Wynn is doing his best to clean up the streets and make sure that the drug problem in Portland goes away as fast as possible. Because this is what happens with a lab on its own.
I'm going to look at Marty and say, well, I guess the werewolves found their people.
Damn. He just does a shot. Like, dang.
Just because I'm curious, you said there was a news.
Yeah, there's a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
when they're circling around, does my truck show up in the news feed? Because my truck's kind of...
It shouldn't, not unless it's over by the motel.
The spotlight's not going over.
It's not going over scratching. It's not going over the scratch and dent or anything. But there is a lot of commotion next door.
Right. I think laying low is a good idea at this stage. So I'm gonna go let whoever's at the last drop and possibly over at the next whiskey bar know what just went down. You want to hang out here, Jay, or you want to tag along?
He might.
You're going to the last drop?
Last drop, yep.
Yeah, we should go there. Maybe.
Alright. You should not ride on the back of the dirt bike.
Just put it in the back of my truck.
He's got tire tracks across his...
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it first. Oh.
Didn't hurt that much.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, well, heroin's a hell of a drug. So...
I'm just glad nobody saw. Alright, you want it?
I'll drive over to the last drop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you at the last drop when they get
Yeah,
there?
sure.
They're just introducing you to all the anarchs that are there right now. Like, they ask you if you know, do you know Jonathan Harker?
Actually, I haven't met him yet. I was told he was missing.
We haven't seen him in a while, so we were just getting word.
Yeah. I asked my sire about him, and she didn't know.
You meet a guy named Lucas who seems incredibly aggravated that the blood is not going to be available anymore. He might actually have to go out and fucking break some shit right now. So yeah, when you guys arrive at the last drop, he's just inside mingling with the other anarchs.
Coming.
Miles did not go with you.
Yeah, I said, holding down the fort here, or... Cool. Yeah, so we come in. Where's my phone?
It's empty, except for vampires. Like, there's no humans here.
I'm remaining in the parking lot, actually.
Oh, you're staying
At the
fort?
moment, yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of staring at my van.
Oh, so you're like behind. You go to the alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
There's
wolves
a notice
find their
on-
kid?
Well, they certainly found the people who took them.
What's that?
Basically says it has to be moved.
Yeah.
City prosecutor kind of thing.
Yeah. Tupper's crew has been shredded.
Never met him
Like-
before.
Blendered.
Never met him. So, I don't know. I gotta chop this one to fuck around and find out.
Somebody actually says, so no more cherry moon.
No. The cook kind of got werewolfed.
I mean, that's a legit reason to stop selling.
And main ingredient kind of been rescued.
Where
Sounds
was it?
like-
How did a thin blood catch a werewolf?
That's an excellent question.
Apparently it was a newly made or newly turned werewolf, whatever they fucking do.
Okay.
So,
That's still a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning to be quite
There's a
honest.
whole backstory that you guys will probably never find out now.
Yeah, hopefully they did. Hopefully that is the last of it, because last thing we want is more ticked off werewolves running around.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
So yeah, no more cherry moon.
No more Sherry Moon.
I'm sure the guys
You
from the
kinda
ministry is
watching
going
the
to get very disappointed.
Feed on TV.
Brittany just bought a whole stock. And like 2 or 3 people get up and leave.
That stuff's gonna be like gold.
It'll eventually weed itself out.
I wonder if there's a way to make it synthetically.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm no alchemist, so.
But given what the main ingredient was,
That's why I said synthetically.
yeah, not worth it.
Okay. Jeez, there's a lot more werewolves in this city than I thought.
You're gonna get a text from Miles.
Okay.
It's a picture,
Uh-oh.
and it has the caption, "This was stuck to my shoe." And it's a piece of paper. It's all crumpled up, messed up, dirty,
Bloody.
with a bloody footprint on it. Apparently he had like stepped.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's just a list that says moldy maraschino cherries, cherry cough medicine, special ingredient.
Hey!
And then it's got a bunch of stuff on there you really just don't understand. It talks about like cooking for a certain amount of time and running through subject and just all the stuff that they did to it. But apparently that's the list of the stuff that was in it. Moldy maraschino cherries.
Well, that's a secret recipe if I ever saw one.
11 herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Spicy time.
Have you come back in yet?
No.
Nope. Huh. If anybody ever does figure out how to found the recipe apparently.
I say I already guessed it. I say I already guessed it.
Fair enough.
Essentially cough syrup and that.
Grenadine.
Yeah, grenadine. And that main crucial ingredient.
Colin is just sitting there at the bar and he's like, I wonder how hard it would be to actually get werewolf blood to make it.
Do you really want to find out?
If you can cut a deal with
Dude,
one.
we hunt humans. You know? Like this was better. And safer in the long run. Like, even though, like, that was a thing. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people not happy about this.
There's still places to get, to get blood. I mean, there's.
Doesn't do the same thing.
It was different.
I know. I tried a little bit of it just to, when I was investigating it for the guys over at the Penny Diners.
Like, I wonder if any werewolf would do.
Well, I can't see werewolves lining up to.
Thinking about breaking Big Bad Wolf?
What?
Nothing. So, are you thinking about Breaking Bad? Big Bad Wolf?
Nah, just, it would never work in a million years.
Dude, we used to have so many werewolf issues here. Like, seriously, we used to have so many freaking issues. You barely hear about them now.
I've met 2.
Yeah. You've been alive for 20 years.
Yeah. I said, as I'm saying, I've met 2.
Yeah.
in my
We used to
time.
deal with, like, nightly attacks.
Oof. Explains why Miles was so jumpy. And
No, that was way before Miles. Miles is probably just used to doing it because of all the trouble that Becca gets him into.
that's fair.
We used to have cats. We used to deal with cats a lot.
Cats?
Yeah, big ones.
Like
Like
cougars?
like cougars, were cougars.
Oh, jeez.
Mountain lions used to come down. Had a bear once.
Oh, that just sounds fucking scary.
Yeah, no, wolves are bad enough.
It's not just wolves.
Well,
We had these 2 chocolate fucks who robbed a bank one time. And I don't know if that they were actually shifters or not, but like they just turned into birds and flew away. Seriously, like ravens, like just robbed the bank back in like 1902, I think.
I thought that was just an urban legend.
What, the robbery or the birds?
Them turning into birds and flying away. I actually old newspaper clipping.
Yeah, no, that shit happened. I was chasing them down.
Thought that was an urban legend.
No, because we thought Kindred were doing it at first.
Oh,
We had an issue a while about shadow. They called themselves like shadow slingers or shadow riders. It's basically a Sabat pack who was running through just robbing every freaking bank they could all over the damn place. We thought it was them.
Sabat was causing trouble.
Yeah.
It turns out it was these crow folk.
Yeah.
Portland gets weirder by the night, you know that?
Portland's always been weird.
Yes, and it gets weirder by the night. You know,
Actually, the more I learn, the more sane it becomes.
Okay.
the one big takeaway I'm taking from this is that she came up and told us and warned us first, and didn't just go after any vampires she could find.
Yeah, Lucas is probably re-entering right when you say that. It's like, yeah, they'll talk to us.
Yeah, no, it's
They're not all kill first. Ask questions later.
considering that they'd been wronged by some of us. I was quite happy to see that.
Well, they like to talk a big game.
They can back it up sometimes too.
I mean, there's a few in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not solitary or anything like that. They travel in packs.
Makes sense. Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, let's face it. There's always been strength in numbers. You know, and even wild wolves gather and
Let's
hunt
say
prey.
wolves
in
are kind of
groups.
known for being running in packs.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, it's just
Look, they're going through the same shit we are. Like, seriously, they're going through the same shit we are. The whole elder issue and all that. Like, they're going through their own shit.
I mean, as long as everybody can not murder each other.
Lucas's hair is standing a little higher than it usually does, and it looks like he's got like it kind of looks like he took plastic straws and just like put them in his hair, but it's like all of his hair.
Like porcupine quills or hedgehog quills.
No, like the base of feathers,
Oh, okay.
and his hair looks a little gray. Like he usually has that black hair. It's almost white, and it's kind of standing up on end.
Yeah.
What?
Hair's different.
Frenzied.
Is there cleanup needed?
No,
Good.
no. I went out into the river and
Okay. Just checking.
drank some water and shit.
Just checking.
Threw up all over the fucking place.
I had to do one set of cleanup tonight. That's all I was checking. All right, so
When
point to the
has
fire.
anybody here ever had to clean up after me? I'm the one who typically cleans up after people.
That's fine. I just wanted to be sure. That's all.
He's not usually this on edge.
Yeah, he's usually super chill. Right, so how's the evening been around here?
I don't know. I gotta tell Jake about this shit.
Yeah, there's a lot more werewolves running around. Probably let him. Merrick over at the next whiskey bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him know too. Right.
There's just an air of just depression right now in this place.
All right. See y'all later then. Kenya's gonna step probably through the back door because that's the normal way in and out.
Jay is over at his van, gently hitting his forehead against it.
Y'all right?
No.
Is it you're coming down or something else?
Waves a little orange slip of paper.
I have to go out the front, hold the dirt bike out the back of the bed, and wheel it down the alley.
Comes over, takes the paper so I can read it.
Adrian wheels the dirt bike down.
Around the corner. I'm reading the parking slip notice.
It's a issue from the city that they have 48 hours to move it. Issued yesterday.
Okay. Does it run?
Of course it runs.
Okay. Well, you got somewhere you can put it.
It's too heavy to move. Without major suspension upgrades.
Okay, what needs to come out of it so that you can get it down to Fulton?
A lot of scrap metal. Some machine tools. I welded a lot of it down.
How much would you say this thing weighs? Ballpark.
It's so heavy that the
Oh, no.
the wheel wells are actually on the tires. Like it's
20 tons, maybe?
Looking at the width of the alleyway.
We can take all the shocks and throw them away, I guess.
Opens the phone. Google 24-hour heavy hauler.
He'll go to the back door, open it up, and pull out this giant fucking piston assembly.
Are you looking for like late night tow trucks?
It's got like a wheel.
I'm
It's got like a
looking
wheel
for
hub on one end.
the-
But the tire is
A tow company that deals with
even he
tractor
can't pick it up.
trailers. He mentioned 20 tons. That puts us safely in this tractor trailer range.
You're probably not going to find anything that's 24 hours for that like farm equipment. But Trent Scratch and Dent pops up for being able to move really heavy shit.
This is hilarious.
Okay, so
Given a few minutes of grunting and heaving, there's 4 sets of suspension gear sitting on the ground.
well, that'll certainly help.
Yeah.
All right.
What if they just take it? What? I mean,
Do you want them to take? Do you care if they have your van and all the stuff in it? I mean, seems a cheap way of getting rid of it if you don't want it.
that's gonna cause worse problems.
Weren't you told that?
It says 48 hours as of
Right, but
noon.
no. Over at Trent's, the person that hired him,
Trent?
Trent. Didn't Trent say something about being able to move the van over there?
Yeah, we just gotta be able to move it.
Trent has the equipment to be able to move it.
Ah, excellent.
I thought Trent had said something already about.
Is there somewhere besides Trent's we can put it?
Probably.
Where it won't get ticketed again?
I don't have anywhere, personally.
I don't currently have anywhere.
Where are you are you thinking?
I don't know. Just somewhere
We're
where
all very
it's not
obviously
gonna
out in the
get.
alleyway. So,
I just need to find some. If we can move it, I just need to move it somewhere that isn't Trent's.
Why not at Trent's? At least long enough.
at least
to-
temporarily.
At least long enough for you to get the suspension beefed up enough.
Because somebody's been messing with my van. Okay.
Oh?
Yes.
How? What kind of messing?
Look, I was gonna fix the suspension. I was gonna. But then I crawled under there. Oh, look.
What's under there?
Crawls under the van.
He's looking down after him.
Yeah. Which is going to be a damn tight fit.
Yeah, no, I'm going, that's a squeeze.
And slings out from under it a big brick wrapped in cellophane, followed by a long tube contraption and a couple of submachine guns. And then he heaves himself out from under.
Somebody been using your van as a drop point?
I don't know. There's a bracket down there for this thing.
What is that the tube contraption or?
Yeah. Tony, do you remember what this was? Okay.
Looking at the tube contraption, any clues?
There's a hole on one end. There's a ladder sight, a squeeze trigger, and the front is a large double cone.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Like a flamethrower? Is that the sort of thing?
No, that is an RPG 7.
I didn't put this here.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking at the brick. At this stage, I'm expecting to be stamped C4 or something.
That'd be the cash.
And it's cash.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
open that up, it's several $1,000s of $100 bills. It
Yeah, no,
looks
no,
like it's been tampered with. Somebody, you can probably
Somebody's
just
been
peel
messing
back
with
the
it,
edge
yeah.
because. So, I don't want to take this to my new apartment.
understandable. And you've no idea who's been stashing stuff under your van.
I didn't put it there.
Okay. Do you have any idea where it came from?
Who has these things?
All kinds of random people has these sorts of things. Trust me, I have seen some nonsense.
That's an anti-tank.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's that coming from?
The
The
van.
radio's on, and then
That's also an option.
how?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go disconnect that from the battery.
But I suspect with it showing up under your van and with that happening that somehow, I don't know how,
It's not
but if
like
anybody's gonna have that sort of nonsense,
it's not like
Then-
it showed up under there. It's not like it's duct taped down on there. Somebody machined a chassis mount for this rocket. There's a lock box under there. I jimmied the lock, and that's where these things are in. They rebuilt the exhaust around all of this. The catalytic converter is like a custom job just so there's more room down there.
Jay. You've got track of all your days, right?
What do you mean?
Does it look like your handiwork? Your machine tools?
I don't
Your
think
construction
so. This
style?
I only have the things that I can fit in the van. This is more professional.
Like, this is made with stuff that you did not, your welder?
This isn't made out of rebar. Well, tips the rocket.
No, I'm not talking that. I'm talking about the how it was all connected up there. These
Same. Somebody. This is a garage job.
and your van has not left this alleyway.
Not for like, what's it like, 5-6 months or something?
Yeah, you've been parked back here for like half a year.
Yeah, I thought
Since
that was
before the riots.
Yeah.
God, that was back in November.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe a little bit more than a half
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
point I'm
that's
making,
9 months.
your van hasn't moved. Couldn't have moved with the shocks
No.
being as shot as it is, which means that this modification had to have been done here.
The pavement's still down there. Look, if I've had time to think about it. If I had to do this, I would have to trench underneath this thing. It would take days. It would be incredibly loud and obvious.
Okay. I'm just don't know.
Yeah, well, what if this person comes back looking for their shit? I don't want to put it at Trent's.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, so better question: where to stash a bunch of illegal stuff?
I just put it back on the bottom of the van. But,
Then you gotta stash the van somewhere.
yeah.
Gabriel's. Who owns or runs Gabriel's these days?
Gabriel had street contacts that would have kept the place going.
Yeah, that place is probably still open, but I'm not sure if you'd know.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know the people running it currently. Okay.
It's always Putin-esque brothers on it.
Oh, God. Cited many a
I
wonderful
don't think
assassination.
Puneska? No.
Let's get the Hekata involved. Nothing bad ever happens.
Ever since I found that, I kind of wanted to tear the whole thing apart and look.
It might not be the
Everywhere.
worst idea.
I'm kind of scared too.
Oh.
And they kind of welded over a lot of things after that.
You kind of welded, or whoever did
Yeah. Put a lot of plating on the interior.
that? Okay.
I have to sleep in there.
Yeah.
If like half the back of the panels are full of C4 or something, which doesn't seem all that unlikely.
Okay. Let's start with getting this somewhere where it's not going to get. Again, illegal thing.
I'm gonna go out to my truck, check the trunk, aka my toolbox, tarp.
Okay.
So. Van with a bunch of illegal stuff on the bottom. It also is a bad thing to get
Drive down the
repossessed. So,
alleyway with the truck,
Okay.
or back down it.
All right.
unless
So-
you want to make this the police's problem.
Adrian's truck is backing down
I
into
don't
the alley.
want the police to get involved. That's usually a very bad idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, tail lights of the
Especially
truck.
this sort of thing that could get like the ATF involved.
Pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian gets out the truck, reaches in the bed, pulls out a tarp, rocket launcher, guns in the tarp, money back in the box. Wraps the guns in the rocket launcher in the rolled over the tarp and tuck it underneath the toolbox because there's always that gap
Okay.
between the toolbox and the bed.
Yep.
Tucks them all up under there. I will find a place to hide these.
And if I was sure that was all of it, I would say, hell with the van. I've got a place to live that isn't.
Okay, so what we need is a place where we can tear this thing to pieces.
Yeah.
Sounds like the shop.
Which does sound an awful lot like an auto shop. How about this? Call Trent, explain the situation. There's something weird.
Not on the phone.
Talk to Trent. Explain the situation. Yeah, not on the phone. If there's something weird with the van, and you're kind of concerned about it coming back on him, because you don't know
People
who's behind
listen
it.
to the phone conversations.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, especially this sort of stuff. See what he says. He may have a suggestion where to put it to tear it apart where it won't come back on him.
okay, so.
But he's got the tools.
We have to meet him then.
Which means going back to Fulton again. He was holding down the fort back at the...
I know where he is, but not exactly where he is.
He's at the garage.
And he likes to play his music really loud, so that doesn't. We have to go meet him.
Oh, yeah.
He won't hear me,
No.
so we have to go meet him.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go back, look, you're staying there tonight, aren't or this
Well,
morning?
yeah, I was gonna move in.
Yeah, talk to him when you get down there this morning. You've got 48 hours. It's not been 24 yet.
Okay. When was the issue?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
So, like, what, noon of the day?
Probably around there, yeah.
Okay, noon of yesterday. So we've got.
It's not been
noon
24
tomorrow.
hours.
Yeah, and then noon the next day. Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, we can also go talk to Merrick and see if he has a spot you can stash a van for a bit. Just so we have a
Okay.
backup space. Or see if he knows something.
Okay.
'Cause he also needs to know about this whole werewolf, cherry moon, everything.
Yeah, that stuff's going to be
A problem.
rapidly appreciating in price.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me for anything else currently? Alright. I think I already gave you my number before.
I don't know if you did or not.
But again.
Here,
Thanks.
I'm gonna go find a place.
Sounds good.
Get Sam drives
Are you
away.
still just hanging out in there with the anarchs?
Yeah, basically until they start, I mean, right now I don't really have a reason to leave,
Yeah.
so let's get
You
to
feel
know the
incredibly
anarchs.
welcome here. Everybody's really nice.
Instead of like at the camera, like, fucking Tremere. It's like the opposite of when I was introduced to the camera.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Still think it might be connected to the ghost. I don't call it a hunch, that's all.
Okay.
Right, it's just up the road. Tag along.
Okay.
Back to the museum.
Hey, blow up the museum, please don't blow up the museum.
No, I'm not gonna blow up the museum.
Now they'll give it to us. Fuck the cam. Anyway. Take it to the mansion. Just
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god.
show them how it works in the lobby.
We only got halfway through this one before.
Yeah, they're not telling you to go or anything like that.
You will have seen Adrian's truck moving around, probably.
Well, there's no windows
Oh, that's
in the
true.
bar.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a reason out of character that I would actually leave. I mean,
Yeah.
just
I mean, Tanya did mention going to go talk to Merrick. If you want to talk to Merrick.
I don't think this character's ever met.
Doesn't
Merrick.
even know who Merrick
That's
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't give you a rundown of past
Yeah.
princes when you join the camp.
Who to know in
Yeah.
town.
I don't think they'd tell him Merrick if that was the case.
Yeah. If anything, they show you a picture. Stay away from him.
Yeah. See this guy? Shoot on sight. Okay, so you guys head down to the next whiskey bar.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting place. It's mostly brick on the outside. It does have windows, but they're like mirrored. So like you really can't see inside from outside. They're closed by the time you get there, but the lights are still on. The fucking doors open. They're just like letting people usher themselves out slowly. There's still people sitting on sitting at tables outside, drinking, smoking. But when you go in, it's so it's just such a different atmosphere from the last drop. I believe this is the first time that anybody's actually gone in this place, like ever
so.
since its inception. When you walk in, the bar is off towards the back.
It's very different for the last drop. When you walk in, no one throws a shot glass at the door.
No beer bottles flying through the air. There are various like taxidermied animal heads in various places. There's a boar with like this oversized pair of sunglasses and a necktie off to one side. That's the most weird thing that you see in here. There's a bar, like I said, towards the back with just like this massive collection of nothing but whiskeys. And there's a couple of spots where you can like tap beer and all that junk. All of the there's a bunch of chairs that are like high back, leather, like it's like a smoking room when you walk in. There's actually a humidor off to the side, like a big walk-in humidor, kind of like the cold room.
God, I want to move in.
Yeah, kind of like the cold room, except when you walk in, it's incredibly dry, and it's just cigars upon cigars upon cigars.
I've worked in those, actually. I know exactly.
Yeah, it's there's a couple people who are just kind of lounging around, relaxing. Everybody who seems to be working is a fairly attractive female who's respectfully dressed and wearing boots, blue jeans, a t-shirt, and a vest, sitting on a stool on the stage playing guitar, is Merrick. Because he has a life outside of you fuckers. But yeah, he's just sitting there, just not playing anything in particular. Just like you can tell, he actually has
Duke
talent.
Silver.
He actually has talent playing. And next to his stool is another stool that has like a big ass crystal ashtray with a cigar and like a thing of strangely colored whiskey next to him. But yeah, he's just riffing, enjoying it. Like, yeah, kind of catch some hints of the Who, like in what he plays. Yeah. As soon as he notices you're in there, he'll stop. He's like, "Oh, hey." Puts his guitar down on a stand off to the side.
Just wanted to give you a rundown about tonight's, I don't know if you've seen the news.
You're not here, so.
I know. I couldn't resist. Also, you mentioned the boarhead, and all I could picture was Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You're watching. So yeah.
No, there's that like
Waiting
big
for the
old
rhinoceros.
big sunglasses, not like the 80s
No, that
shit
was rock
vision.
steady.
All right,
I'm just saying, if there had been one on the other wall, I would have been like, you.
there's no rhino.
For endangered species.
No, there's like deer and maybe like a coyote,
Caribou.
something like that. Yeah,
Moose.
this is probably not a moose.
Probably not a moose.
It's shit that you can hunt here.
Like a moose.
Are there moose in Portland?
Oregon? I'm pretty sure.
Probably accessible.
Probably. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. If nothing
If
else,
they're not
just
there, I mean,
up in
Canada's not
Washington.
far away.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm gonna
I
have
mean,
to
there's
Google
moose
that
in
later.
Colorado.
yeah, he'll take you over to like one of the little sitting areas. It's like there's like a long leather couch and like maybe like a leather love seat across from it and like a couple of tall back chairs and like a really fancy carved like coffee table in the center of it. This place is just like posh
Yeah.
as much as anything.
So I don't know if it's near Portland, but yes.
No. Fucking nice.
Well, seeing as Portland is North Oregon, it's literally
more
across
likely,
the river from Washington.
Yeah. Alright. So what happened?
Alright.
Does this have something to do with the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we found out about this cherry moon stuff.
Alright.
And its secret ingredient is big, meat, and fuzzies. Yeah. Yeah, it's a group of the kind of eyeballing how easily we can be overheard in here.
Nobody really seems to be paying attention except for one person who's wearing very nice clothing. When she overhears that, because she does, she just walks over and sits down and like leans in, and it's Rose Dracon. Werewolves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Thin Blood Gang. Been making this stuff. Apparently got their hands on a young werewolf. We found this out. Yeah.
How? How do you do that?
Excellent question. I'd love to know the answer. Probably never gonna find out.
Jenny, be a little bit more. We gotta close. And like the rest of the people are gonna be starting to be ushered out, and she's gonna lock the door behind the last people that she kicks out. All right.
Can speak a little frankly now.
Yeah. Go count the till. Like get that shit. Get the office work done. All right.
Yeah.
How do you catch a werewolf?
Apparently it was a young one. Like,
Does that matter?
I guess didn't know what he could do yet. I don't know.
I mean, watching a person go against a young one of us
Yeah.
is like nearly impossible.
Like I said, I don't know how. All I know is that a very ticked off werewolf came up to talk to us about this situation and informed us that she was looking for this kid of theirs. They were tipped off about where this Thin Blood Gang was because we knew that they were the ones making cherry moon. 4 or 5 of them descended on the place. Place looked like a blender exploded in there, and it all ended up on fire.
All right.
So,
All right. I'll talk to Paul about this. But I would be keeping an eye on the people who have drank it, especially a lot, just in case there's any withdrawal symptoms or anything like that. I mean, so far, like, from what I understand, werewolf blood is really volatile, but, like...
they were mixing it with
All of it?
somehow. All of what?
Like, all of the cherry moon was werewolf blood? Like...
That was the main ingredient.
Alright.
As far as I'm aware, anyway. Let's put it that way. If there's another variety out there...
So the fire was them...
No. The mincing was them.
The mincing.
Mincing.
That's great.
Yeah.
The mincing.
The fire was Miles and me.
Okay.
Because the cops were on their way.
I helped.
You did.
Okay.
It was your idea to start. You're the first one to grab the gasoline.
You okay? Do you need a drink?
Can I drink anything here?
Yeah.
Yes, then.
Alright. You got any preferences or anything with them that I need to know about?
Not heroin.
Alright. I don't think I have any yet. Rose?
Is that what was?
I mean, that's maybe. That's
Most
what.
likely.
Do you want anything?
That's what Miles
Oh,
said.
awesome. Thank you.
Mixed or straight?
Straight's fine.
Yeah, mixed or straight.
Huh?
I'll get you something good. Anyway, Rose? Okay. he keeps talking to you, but he just walks it behind the bar and puts a tray down and starts, like,
Mixing drinks.
doing all this shit. And that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
All right, so aside from that, how you guys been?
Run into all kinds of weird stuff. There's this cam lot who suddenly decided they wanted to hang around at the last drop. And
Yeah. Rose starts laughing at that. When you say that.
Rose, yeah, of course Rose
Rose
starts
starts laughing at that. James comes back, he's got a tray. And like almost instinctively his hand is up here. Like just not even thinking about it. He just walks up like this and he gives Rose her drink, he gives you yours, and then he gives you yours. And he gives you this like small, it's a whiskey glass, and you can see the blood at the bottom with the whiskey just floating on top. He's like, make sure you stir it as you drink. You'll be just slow. Don't shoot it. Just it's meant to be enjoyed. It's a sipping whiskey. Just enjoy it. Let it relax you. Rose just kind of like leans in. She's like, "Yes, about that."
I'm sure you do know that.
I'm actually their shadow. Do you know what that is?
Tinia probably would, actually.
Yeah. Basically, it's a chaperone. It's an elder who watches after you.
Yeah. Like you're their shadow.
Mm-hmm. They needed one. Because the moment they were introduced, that jackalope made them a coterie.
That's quick.
Yeah, and he gave them one of the most horrible places they could give a young group of kindred.
Mentioned something about that.
Yeah, he basically took some of the most sought-after property off the table for a bunch of stronger kindred. So, making them public enemy number one for everybody.
No.
He's a jackass. So they're alive because I stepped in his shadow. Which is actually kind of ironic considering the fact that he has a really terrifying Lasombra working for him.
Who?
Who what?
What do you mean? He's got a terrifying look.
The prince? King?
Do I know who this Lasombra is?
No.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a new Lasombra in the city?
Yeah. Really fucking terrifying Cam Lasombra. Like, he apparently works for some big wig down in Mexico.
Dope. Interesting.
But
okay. And now I can kind of see why the coteries jumping ship.
oh, are they doing it?
They've been hanging out with us quite a bit.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Some seem more keen on jumping ship than others.
They're good kids. They're good kids.
Thomas, Sydney, Adrian.
Thomas, Sydney, and Adrian, those guys. They're
they all have potential. I just want to make sure that they're okay.
yeah. Thomas is fed up. Sounds like had a bit of a chat with him. Adrian, not quite sure what his bag is yet.
Oh, Adrian is not as young as the other ones. Adrian's the Toreador Primogen's child.
Oh, jeez. Wait, sorry. Knee-jerk reaction. Not Anna Roma's kid.
Both Rose and Merrick go the Countess.
Okay.
At the exact time. Countess Corpuscu. She's Merrick jumps in as she says she's and Merrick goes, probably the nicest fucking vampire I've ever met in my life.
Good. Okay.
She's seriously, I don't think I would have survived if it wasn't for her.
Good to know.
She was effectively our shadow when we were first put together. You are your sire. Me, Colin, Jacob, right after he was embraced. Yeah. She made it so that... God. Fucking Laurel.
Laurel Murphy, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's actually the...
Rose Proctor. James Proctor. That's the Lysandra.
James Proctor.
Yeah.
Would that name sound familiar at all?
No, he hasn't interacted with really much.
Yeah, I was just thinking Chicago. So.
Yeah. No.
James Proctor. Cool. Name to keep in mind.
Yeah, he's a weird one. I mean,
Oh,
no
some are
more
a
weird,
little bit
no more weird than
strange.
the rest, but like, he's his own special brand of. From what I understand, he cleared out all listening devices from the New Elysium. Like, he just was able to walk in and just close his eyes and just destroy them without even moving a muscle.
Some are good at breaking tech, that's for sure.
He
Could never keep a hold of
He's
Damien.
apparently found a way to weaponize it.
Great.
But yes, the Camarilla is becoming organized. And Darian King is at the center of it. But what he's doing is, it's not safe for really anything. James just like leans back. Merrick just leans back and he's like, yeah, well, he's never truly been sane. Like, he was in town when I was first embraced and he was at that job then.
He's like, there's Malkavians and there's Malkavians.
Yeah, well,
What is it he's doing that's not safe? I mean, besides putting a group of kids, neonates, and
they're not the only ones.
they're not the only ones been.
He has created at least a dozen Marischal coteries and put them all over the city. They're ticking time bombs. There are Camarilla agents in this city that most of the Camarilla don't know about. He's dividing up all of the neighborhoods of Portland to be specific domains to those kindred who only pay lip service to him.
Why? Yeah, it's only a matter of time before somebody throws their weight around and.
He has banned any kindred from having any influence whatsoever in the police, and has also cut off most media, and also the most of the politicians in the city are off limits. He has direct control over all of them. And he's, from what I've been able to see, he's been working with Richard Wynn.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I know he had some pull with him, the whole Hunter situation.
Mm-hmm. If Wynn actually is the one who brought in those hunters, and the prince is working with him directly, that means the prince has direct pull over where hunters go. And he's setting up his own little encampments all over the city, blocking our influences, making it so that no one can cover anything but him. I'm having a hard time gaining influence, and I'm the seneschal.
I've always been a bit more hands-on, so I haven't noticed.
Mm-hmm. It's mostly the Camarilla who seem to be being affected by this. But he's keeping most of them placated.
Until somebody tries throwing their weight around, and then everything's gonna
Collapse.
He's building a house of cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's what the reasoning is.
You can rack your mind all night
Yeah.
trying to figure out what that Malkavian is.
I will say that is the problem.
I mean, is that what Wynn would want?
Hmm?
Does he have leverage or something?
Wynn's apparently going for Senate.
Yeah. Wynn is planning on eventually going for president.
Yeah, next step.
Yeah.
From what I understand, also, he has some kind of pull with the political situation in Gary, Indiana.
Prince or Wynn?
Wynn.
Wouldn't shock me. I know of some of the people he's connected with, and that wouldn't shock me if he has pull on Gary. Gesundheit. Cool.
There
I'll
are
talk with
people.
Prince.
There are people attempting to remove him. However, he has this draconian law. Did she blow up? Because that kind of sounded like she blew up.
wet.
Is there anything left? Okay. Yes, there's a dog.
Anyway,
Well,
he has some
probably.
strange draconian law thing going on where he's basically pitting the Primogen Council against each other, keeping them all off base so that they can't overpower his votes.
Too much, all too busy infighting to actually overrule him.
Exactly. We actually only have currently 2 Primogen total at the moment. That is it.
That'd be Porter and
Yes, William Porter, who is, by the way, Darian King's child.
that's right.
Gore for the Tremere. And, well, no, we actually do have 3 because I was able to pull some favors and Catherine came back to the city. I thought she might be helpful. I believe you know her child.
That's what. Yeah, as we said, Adrian's her kid.
With Catherine in the city, Monroe is a lot more controlled.
Good, because there was a hot minute there. I was.
Oh, he's terrifying.
Yeah, he is terrifying. But there was
100%.
a hot minute there where I thought that everybody was going to have to be watching their backs.
Well, he is 100% under Catherine's thrall at the moment, so everything should be fine.
I'm not even going to ask.
They have a very long-standing relationship.
Fair.
You snicker. No, you laughing at? You don't know.
Yeah, that's one wrong.
You're trying, dog. But it's still hilarious.
For the first 2 years that I played that NPC, that terrifying NPC, everybody thought he was the Toreador Primogen. Everybody thought he was the Toreador Primogen. I never even said shit. They just assumed. They're like, good-looking guy playing pool. It must be Toreador. Oh, he's a Primogen? Toreador Primogen. Dumbasses. Anyway.
I mean, we could just set it on fire again.
Set what on fire?
Nothing. I'm just politics.
We would prefer not to burn
Yeah, I know.
anything.
I'm not. I know better than to actually set things on. It rarely makes things better, and then you just have a problem that's now on fire on
We
top of being
need-
a problem.
We have a serious issue that could go on for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually why I was here tonight in talks with James, trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do about this. Because this affects everyone.
Yeah.
The Camarilla, the Anarchs, everyone.
Hakata, the Zenitsi.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, the mountain.
Yeah, the mountain.
The mountains of Sea. Well, that's.
It just
where-
sounds like a subspecies. That's all. But that was amazing.
Is it not? I don't know. That's where the Death Lord is supposed to be.
That's right, yeah. What did Death Lord help with? I don't know ghosts. I just know what Harker has rambled
Death
on
Lord?
about.
That's just.
Apparently
what
it's like
Peter
their
would say.
prince, ghost prince sort of thing, as a Death Lord.
Interesting.
All I know is, like I said, I don't know ghosts, I just know what Harker has rambled on about occasionally. And he's not around to answer some questions.
Alright. We may need to pool our resources.
It sounds like we do. If nothing else, to get everybody working together, pulling in the same direction. Like, we're
If
real
he-
good at breaking stuff.
If he leaves town, I would be the one who's in charge at that point.
There.
And I understand that you all don't know me from Adam, but I was effectively the prince of the city when I was human.
Cool. Cool resources. Figure out what resources can topple big pumps.
The Primogen ship seems to be contest-based, from what I've been able to see. Like Primogen who are trying to one-up, or a kindred who are trying to one-up the other to become Primogen. And the thing that I'm worried about most right now is King is not allowing us to hold more than one title at a time.
Huh.
He says that there's enough kindred in the city to be able to spread out that type of power and influence. So, I am uneligible to be Primogen for Clan Venture. It is between, unfortunately, our young Thomas Castle's sire and Loretta.
Oh no, that was the other thing. This is to Merrick. That was the other thing we came here tonight about.
Oh, I'm aware that that psychopath is back in town.
Wait, he's actually back in town.
Yes.
Okay. Plan go root around for clues is suddenly gotten a lot trickier.
I have an in with Loretta. I can get close to him. Not only are we in the same clan, but I'm also a respected member of the cult of Methros. So that should be easy enough. I don't. No, that psychotic elder who kept. He wasn't even Camarilla. Like, he paid lip service to the Camarilla to keep them out of the city, but he was not a Camarilla prince. He was just a prince. Yes?
Who?
What?
Methros.
Myth. Sorry, I wasn't sure which city we were talking about at the moment.
No, in
so-
London, he was never a prince. Or, like, he was never
he was-
Camarilla.
No, I wouldn't.
Lady Anne was, but she's not with us any longer.
And,
It's just a really nice name.
What?
Mithras.
Myth.
Sounds good.
Whiskey's taking effect, I think.
Okay.
Is the whiskey mixing with the others?
I don't know how I'm supposed to drink this now. There's rules.
Just keep swirling it
enjoy
so that it doesn't separate like oil and water.
Tastes like whiskey.
It is whiskey. There's whiskey in it.
Yeah.
I poured whiskey in it. That's why it tastes like whiskey.
Yeah, but then you said enjoy.
You
You don't like whiskey.
Kind of tastes like moss.
Merrick will get back up, go over to the car. He's going to bring you just another one with blood in it.
Just blood.
Here, I'll take it. He'll just toss it back. It's been sitting long enough anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware of
Look, I just want to keep
Loretta and Mithras
Merrick's
and
just
all
like,
that.
look, I just want to keep that psycho out of the city.
Mithras.
Alright, if he is actually still alive, which so many of the freaking cultists are claiming at this point, that they've actually seen him walking around cities in the United States, no.
I heard he was here like about a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. That's why apparently their savior shows up and the entire cult collapses.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I haven't heard from Alexander Thorne in like going on 2 years. That's my child. And I don't know where he is.
What?
Don't even dare to get glared at. Don't.
You know what you did.
I did nothing.
Stop eating my kids.
No, I... Apparently Mithras showed up. Loretta... I heard varying reports, but apparently he skipped town, and that's about when the cult hall collapsed.
Yeah. Look,
Which went surprise...
Merrick gets his phone
Again,
out.
what I told you about Loretta before would not surprise me if that all those chickens came home to roost.
Merrick gets his phone out and he slides it over to you, and it's a text from Alexander Thorne from fucking forever ago.
Yeah.
That just says, I have the item.
What item?
The cult is looking for something that they've been trying to get their hands on for a very, very long time.
Please don't say it's a freaking vase. Jar.
Yeah, the jar.
Oh my gosh, they're after it too.
They've been after
That's
it.
right. So he had the...
If King gets a hold of that thing,
No.
but I'll bet you it's in the freaking mansion with them.
That's
The
right. they're
Camarilla
using
are probably sitting on top of it right now. I have no idea where he would hide it, but it's probably there.
I've got an idea where he would hide
It's
it.
either that, or it's next to Gabriel's couch because he took half the shit that was in there.
Actually, I can think of exactly where he would have hidden it.
Where?
It'd be in the Mithrium downstairs. It would be in the... They had a vault safe thing. They had a chalice in it at the time, and it had the blood of Mithra. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, the relic. There
Yeah.
were
Well, the relic isn't there anymore.
the major. This is Rose, by the way. The major Mithriums all had one of 5 items that belonged to Mithras as like holy objects, so like relics.
The seal, the hat,
The seal, the hat,
chalice,
the knife,
the
the
knife.
chalice. Yeah.
and I can't remember what the 5th one was, or who had it. But if he had a chance to hide the jar before
Yeah.
whatever happened, my bet is it's where that relic was.
Well, Camarilla probably doesn't know where that is.
Probably not. I'm not sure there are many in the cult in general who knew where that was.
It's holding Gabriel's weed.
So it's in the Mithraeum itself, the ritual chamber?
I'm trying to remember now if it was actually in the chamber or if...
That's where the
Yeah.
ball was, yeah.
Yeah, it would be in there. Potentially.
Rose has this, like, half horrified, half amused look on her face. That's the Tremere room.
Oh no! They got the freaking Tremere in there?
It's a Camarilla safe house now?
It's... Sorry.
Every clan was designated a portion of the...
Yeah, it just seems...
It was a ritual chamber, so they gave it to the Tremere.
It just seems wrong, that's all.
Well, Gore has it, if that's the case. He might not know he has it, but
He
Gore
sat
has
on it. Who's this Gore fella? How long is he...
Gore's been back and forth a while. He's pretty... He likes his experiments.
Oh, joy.
He worked as a hound for a while. He actually worked bodyguard kind of thing, enforcer, more like just a thug for Anaroma for a while.
Did he hang out with Rhino a good bit?
He was bossed around by Rhino.
I may have run into him once, and it was not an encounter I care to repeat. That's basement of the Benson.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah.
Merrick is just like, yep, nope, I know. the day I broke downtown, understood. Alright. I think that we should get some people together, sit down, and have a conversation about this,
Yeah.
and see if we can end this quietly. Because we have to figure out what's most important, and it sounds like Gore should not have this jar, especially
No.
if it's if it's the jar that I think it is. Like,
If that item is the jar that I think it is, yeah, no.
alright.
I'm not sure that the number of people after this stupid thing.
Well, it's a reset button, from what I understand. The ability to literally pull someone from death
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it and break it.
Might not be the worst plan.
I mean, hell, if you know where it is, we could just break it and not get it.
How will we get at it to break it?
I don't know.
There.
We're talking about slipping some anarchs into a Camarilla Elysium to attack an item they don't know is there in the Tremere area.
Yeah, that is in an actual
but I'm not
safe.
here.
So.
Yeah. I don't know.
At least it's a hidden safe, so hopefully nobody's found this. Oh, that jar! It's not the first time we've gotten caught up with.
Okay, well, we need to make sure it's the last time.
Yes.
Alright.
Fair.
Okay, was there anything else that needs to... Yeah.
Well, I was coming to ask about the whole finding info on Victor Loretta plan, but if he's back in town, that kind of puts that plan.
Well, actually, that's why we left. Alright. we were gonna go, and the lights were on.
Ah,
So, yeah.
fair. And it was definitely him, not somebody else.
I didn't see him, but I saw Comden, which is his retainer.
Yeah, I've met him.
And they don't go anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't go anywhere
Okay.
without each other.
Great, he's back in town. Thomas is gonna be in for a shock.
Oh, yeah, they're related, aren't they?
Yeah, it's his grandsire. Apparently.
Wow, that makes sense.
Sorry, I was just trying. Like, you said that. Like, this is Rose. She's like, you said that, and I just started thinking, how am I related to Thomas?
Who's Rose's sire? Do I?
My sire is Anton. Anton's sire is James. James's sire is Barrett. Barrett's sire is also the sire of Loretta. God, it's all over the place. No.
You're like fourth cousin.
Sorry,
or something.
I'm just.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
Don't-
Yeah.
There's not as many kindred in the world as people think, especially now.
Yeah, you're something like second cousins once removed or something like that. I'm not sure.
All right. Why don't we all meet next Saturday
Next Saturday. All right.
or next Friday night? We'll meet and we'll try to come up with a plan on how to handle this.
Yeah, because this prince has got to go, one way or another.
Yeah, I think most of us agree. And I'm gonna call post on that because it's after midnight now,
Fair.
and yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I think I understand Samwise Gamgee a bit over here.
What?
I wasn't listening. It's just a lot about Mithras and something about the end of the world. Please don't turn me into anything unnatural.
Jay's gotten himself into a bit of a parking situation. Basically, what has been parking has now been labeled a towing zone.
Okay.
It was fine for the first 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what, you need a place to park your van?
At least temporarily. It needs some overhaul as well. So a place out of the way would be great.
What's wrong with Trent's place?
I'm staying at Trent's place now.
He's keeping the van as a backup location just in case.
Ah. Okay. What are we looking at? Like a camper? Like...
It's a Mercedes panel van. It's
Just your basic, you know,
Um,
man in a van, plumber
park
style.
it down by the river.
If it won't get towed there too.
I was just kidding.
Probably needs like a 3-inch slab or more.
It's been tricked out.
It's pretty heavy.
I was otherwise gonna have to.
God damn.
Yeah, Gabriel's is under new management.
Would it be okay in a parking garage?
Not on an upper story.
Okay. A lower story?
Probably.
Okay. Does it move?
We need a tow.
Okay.
Or I need time to
Which you don't
pull
have.
things out. But
Is it just too heavy to move?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I was gonna fix it. But
Get Trent to tow it to Dock 3 next to the. There's a big. He knows where it is, but there's this big. Indoor parking garage thing. All right.
Okay.
He knows exactly where it is, especially if you tell him Dock 3. Tell him to park right there, and we can just have it there as long as it needs to be there. I don't want it there forever, but like you won't have to worry about it being like towed or anything like that because I own the property, and I can make sure you get a parking pass for that spot. All right, it can be there for a few months if you need be, but like work on finding a place for it.
Yeah, it's getting, like I said, it needs an overhaul. That's one of the reasons to move it out of the way.
I mean,
So
as
we
long
can
as
do
you
that.
work at night after business hours, nobody's going to bitch at you about that. So
I don't think I can work in the day.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, Dock 3.
Dock 3.
Dock 3. We have 5 docks on the lower levels. It's actually kind of sub-level in that parking garage, and that's where we do all of the work for our trucks and stuff. So it'll be basically parked over over one of those pits that people
perfect.
work with. So that's where they do like the oil changes
Yeah.
and shit like that in the cars. So.
Yeah,
That's even better.
Yeah, if it's rated for semis, it doesn't weigh much more than.
Yeah, no, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you. We'll get a hold of Miles and get that moved.
Okay.
You're in charge of payment.
Yeah.
It's your van. I'm just setting up connections.
You're playing the middleman.
I'm just putting people together who need to talk to each other.
So I have to ask what you guys all think about tonight.
Oh, jeez.
Tonight was the last night of a 3-part adaptation of A Taste of the
nice.
Moon.
Okay.
Literally nothing about this except for the idea is what made it into the story. This was what was given away for 2023's free RPG day.
Okay.
Like if you want to find a copy of this, they're like fucking $40 online now. They gave it to me
Yeah.
when I went over there. But yeah, it's a story about a group of thin bloods who fucking kidnap a werewolf and turn it into fucking drugs.
Yeah, that does sound like Tupper.
That sounds about right, yeah.
What's really funny is, like, I made Tupper up well before this, and I just literally added the rest of the thin blood, like the rest of his thin blood party
Yeah.
is right here. Like I just,
Added the rest of the
I was like,
crew.
yeah, we'll just throw Tupper into that. That'll be fun. Fun way to deal with this fucker. Anyway,
Yeah, and very much the answer is, that's a pack of werewolves. I don't care what my stance is on it anymore. It's that problem. It's
This-
over their problem.
this could have gone so many different ways. It really could have. Like, there's information in here. What happens if you decide to get there before the wolves show up? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That just seems like. That seems like racing an artillery shell for its landing point.
Exactly. That was my
There's like-
thinking.
There's
I didn't.
Oh,
Tupper's
look at that
crew-
bill! Let me get over here!
Yeah, Tupper's crew is a lost cause. I'm concerned about the collateral damage over here.
Yeah, Adrian was like, this is no longer a me problem.
there's a section in here called Further Complications, and it's like buying blood, drive-by shooting, and surprise werewolves. Oh fuck. Anyway,
Surprise werewolf.
Surprise!
werewolves.
No thanks.
Oh
No,
my
thanks.
god. So fucking broken. Anyway. No, it could have gone other ways, and yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts or revelations that you guys had tonight? Because the game kind of went in a weird direction after the werewolf.
Yeah.
Somebody finally rubbed Jay's nose in it. He couldn't. His avoidant ass couldn't get around that any longer. He's got to move his fucking
band
man.
situation.
He's got to deal with that.
Yeah, and the
He doesn't
mystery
want
stuff
to.
underneath it.
He doesn't want to deal with that.
Can't just keep putting stuff off. Eventually, you're going to have to deal with it.
Not if I put it off a little longer.
If I put it off a little longer, eventually it'll blow up in my face and I won't have to deal with it.
It'll blow up when I'm not there. Yeah.
It's not what I meant.
It'll blow up at Dock 3 and Merrick will be thrilled.
So it looks like we've got another heist situation going on.
Oh, Lord.
Potentially.
The Mithrarium.
Look, Grand Theft Mithrarium happened once already.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Yeah.
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 This is why Tinny knows where the vault is.
The sad thing is, you have a Tremere hanging out with the Anarchs who has camera connections that can literally just walk into the room.
Then teleport the thing out.
Well,
True. This is actually a good way to get Sydney involved.
Yeah.
I mean, as it is, Rose is going to probably get you guys involved.
Turn
in
it
this
into
whole
a
thing
mouse and
anyway.
tell it to crawl out.